Hello, my name is Alun, and today, this afternoon, in my time zone at least, I'm facilitating a session of Alien Dark. This is my own game, owes a lot to Cthulhu Dark and, of course, the Alien RPG. And though it is now in its second edition, you can still get it for free on my itch page. Look up Gallus Games, Alien Dark. This game is being run. This is a one shot being run as part of the Open Hearth communities, gaming communities shared Hearth event. This is an approximately seasonal event, a weekend where we offer the opportunity to play with us. We think we've got quite a good table culture. It's also a chance for people who maybe haven't played a lot online to put their toes in the water. And what's great about online play is that you get to play with people from around the world, as indeed I am today. So that's me. My pronouns are he, him. In the order I can see you. Eric, do you want to say hello? Tell us about your pronouns.
Yeah, Eric, he, him.
And it just occurs to me where you are or
Right.
whether you've played much with the open hearth. It's always nice
Yeah,
to know.
I'm in Massachusetts, and yeah, I've played a bunch of one shots with Open Hearth, but no series. So usually events like this.
Well, we're going to try and solve that, at some point. Jeremiah, what about you? Tell us who you are and your pronouns and anything else you want to tell us.
Yeah, I'm Jeremiah, use he, him pronouns, and I'm based in the Kansas City area.
Thank you. Mark, what about you?
Yeah, I'm Mark. I use he and them, and I am in East Lansing, Michigan. I've been with the Open Hearth for quite some time.
Indeed, you have. Yes. Josh.
Hi, I'm Josh, he, him. I am in the right in the middle of the most boring bit of England. And yeah, I kind of dip in and out of the shared hearth. As it happens, open hearth rather, I have played this particular game before, so nice.
Right.
Looking forward to it.
We have kind of identified something about our characters. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run across the character sheet as I work my way down. I'm going to start with the question of why did you join the Corps? And I'm going to go left to right in the first instance on this one. So I'm going to start with Eric. Why did you join the Corps?
So yeah, I picked debt. Um, that I went into debt in my previous job, lost my job, and this was basically my only option.
Okay, well, I'm going to ask you some details about that in a moment,
Sure.
but let me move across. What about Mark? What about our corporate rep?
Is this
Sorry,
for me?
consultant. Consultant sounds much
Yeah,
more
consultant. Is
less
this question for
risky.
me why I am with
Why
this
did you?
or with
Yeah,
other
well, I
projects?
guess it's why are you here?
Right. I think progress then. I think for, if I want to get ahead in the company, I have to do jobs like this. So here I am.
So that's personal progress rather
Yeah,
than humanity.
exactly. Yes.
Yeah, fine. Okay. So if you select that one, a question will appear on the in the next section, which I'll come back and ask. What about Josh, Lieutenant Cain? Why did you
Y-
join the Corps?
Yeah, so I'm vacillating between boredom and curiosity, which feel like two sides of the same coin. I think it's boredom. I think my character is a farm boy who was kind of stuck with nothing more interesting than machine problems to fix. So yeah, let's get out there and see the world. Big mistake.
Well, you don't know that yet.
Oh, don't I?
And finally, Murphy, Private Murphy, our Comtech Marine. Why did you come out here? Why did you join the Corps?
I'm gonna go with curiosity. I think from the point of view of like, I mean, the Corps gets all the cool new toys, so I want to get on the cutting edge and get to see all the new tech.
Yeah, U.S. Marine Corps. See the galaxy. Want to
Yeah.
know more? Dot dot dot.
Yes, I
Um,
do.
and let me go back then and ask the follow-up question. So what do you owe and to whom? I don't have a name for our Marine rifleman
Yeah.
yet.
Gibson, I think I'll go for his name. But yeah, so I feel like I probably owe uh the I guess Wayland Utani or whoever the sort of most relevant
The
corp
company.
would be, yeah. So I'm deep in debt to them, and probably the interest means I'm never really going to be able to sort of get out of the core because I hate the core. I don't like this, any of this.
And so, I mean, did that debt accrue due to some when you were space trucking?
Yeah, exactly. I got pinned. The sort of loss or most of the loss of a vessel got pinned on me just because I wasn't good with paperwork and stuff. So everyone else um, got clean, but not me.
Right. Okay, I like that one. Our corporate Esther Skye, our corporate rep. So you're here about progress. What have you heard? And is the company here to help or hinder that?
Hmm. Um, I mean, the company is here for the company. I think we are ostensibly here to help. What that means, we'll see.
Building better worlds.
Exactly. Yeah.
Help who? That's the question.
Fine. Here to help. We might explore what you know about what that help looks like shortly. Um, and you are here to help them help, obviously. Okay, if you can put a sentence or something in that box next to that, just as an aid memo, that'd be great. Um, Lieutenant Cain, boredom. What makes the frontier more exciting than the core? The core worlds rather than the Marine Corps.
Yes, yeah, I was just reflecting what's more exciting, the core or the core. I think it's the ability to see a new thing out your window each day, to go to new planets, and even sometimes meet new people because like the 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 planetary core probably has more people in it, but my planet had absolutely nobody. So I'm meeting interesting people as well. I think it's just the kind of novelty factor.
So you're from some small agri colony somewhere that it's
Yeah,
obviously
I
run by
think so.
machines and
It's going to be like a handful of families at most, operating big machines over massive plains, kind of wondering if you're ever going to meet another human being. So yeah,
I like
this is
that.
better.
I like that. So boredom, see the galaxy, meet interesting people, threaten them with large weapons. Yeah,
Correct. Yeah.
that flies. And finally, our private or maybe corporal, I don't know. You can make that decision, Jeremiah. Our Comtech Marine, curiosity. What would you give up to know more?
I don't know. I think the first thing that kind of maybe like the second or third thing that popped into my head was like I don't know how to put this into one sentence, but friends and family, as in like if 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 this takes me to the farther future of the galaxy and I never see somebody I know again, then that's acceptable.
Yeah. So there's no one back there you care enough about. Is that
Yeah,
fair?
I like that. Yeah, yeah.
So no one you care about. And that's a lot of people, conceivably. I'm curious whether, is the squad your found family as an alternative, or are they just as expendable?
Oh. Um,
I'm just
I don't
curious.
think I don't think I see them as expendable, but like definitely but also probably not on the level of like a found family. Like if if there's another step and I just move on, then I'm fine leaving them behind as well. Like
So
always
basically,
always looking forward.
the squad is more expendable than you are.
Sure, yeah.
Okay, I like that. Okay, let me go back round to Esther Skye. Describe yourself as others see you, or feel free to pick a picture from somewhere and pop it in at the top of this. But I'm curious, what first impressions do we get from Esther?
I think there is an air of like quiet competence. Although she was a marshal, she's not one of the ones that goes around yelling at people. Just kind of like assumes that she's in charge and expects others to assume the same. Professional, but tries to blend in with the unit, like not coming in with like fancy suits and whatnot.
Yeah, yeah, and you know, maybe that unobtrusive
Yeah.
is part of that. It's don't stand out, but don't fade away too much unless you need to. I get that. Okay. Well, just give me a couple of words as a pen picture, just to give me something to hang any interactions with NPCs on.
Yeah, yeah,
Or just go look for a picture.
yeah.
Oh, there are some. I'm trying to think
Oh
where
yeah, I suppose here, right?
there are some pictures. Oh yeah, the rest of the squad tab has. It must be said they're mostly Marines, but
Oh yeah, I can find something there.
um, okay. Moving along to Lieutenant Cain. Describe yourself as others see you.
I think Cain is like a kind of good-looking farm boy type. He's big, kind of strapping lad who could lift a bale of hay, you know. Um, but he has got a scar, which, if anything, somehow makes him more good looking. Like it's somehow kind of accentuated his smile or something, and knocked out one tooth to give him a slightly kind of cheeky smile. Yeah.
Well, yeah. Good luck finding that picture, but
Yeah, I
yeah,
know,
we get
right?
that.
I thought as I was saying it, this is not going to happen.
Don't worry about the picture. Just give me a couple of words in that slot to help get that sense. Jeremiah, what's first impressions for? Oh, I see. We got a picture of Corporal Hoyt Murphy. He looks very competent, I have to say. So yeah, that's fine. With a picture, I don't need any words. Oh,
Yeah, I
S.
think competence a good. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh great, we've got Private Wilson, Private Gibson rather. Uh, looks all
Yeah.
business to me.
Yeah, I imagine people he looks like a sort of, I mean, not a laborer, but he looks kind of like a lunk, or and people just don't really expect much of him.
Okie dokie. And finally, the good-looking farm boy with a scar and gap-toothed smile. That's what we like. Yes. Thank you. So the final bit of this is just your loadout. So you'll see over on the far left of the character keeper, there's a standard US uh, Marine Corps. So that should be MC, not CM. Anyway, um, and to help you with that, I filled in the first one, which works beautifully given that he's a Marine rifleman. If you drop down to rows 28 downwards, you'll see what the standard loadout for a Marine is, which is the M41A pulse rifle, US Marine Corps personal armor, and a choice either frag grenade, high explosive grenade, or shock grenade. So
Yeah.
I picked one of those, Eric, just to illustrate for illustration purposes. Feel free to swap them.
Yeah, sorry, you had both of them, shock
Ah,
and high explosive, and I was thinking just now switching to hand cutter,
fair
but
enough.
yeah.
Well,
Is
grenade's a
that
standard issue.
available, the hand
Well,
cutter?
let's stick with the standard loadout first.
Okay,
So,
got it.
so yeah, because you will
Yep,
want to make a judgment about how loaded you are.
sure.
Um, for the assault marine, we haven't got a PC assault marine. Officers and NCOs can add a sidearm if they wish. Yeah, so you can your standard loadout, Lieutenant Cain, will be personal armor. You will have a pulse rifle, a grenade, and you have the option to either drop the rifle or the grenade because officers have more choice, and select sidearm. And every Marine has the option on selecting a combat knife. Um, sorry, Eric, I should have been clearer. It's either shock or high HE as your standard loadout.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
So, yep. And then our Comtech Marine, I need to find it. Uh, Personal Diagnostic Unit is on row 33, Jeremiah. Oh, yeah, there it is in your locker.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I see it. Okay.
because you also have the stuff that's in your locker, which you may or may not choose to have with you on the APC as it returns to the colony. So our private has an EVA pistol and a sidearm in their locker. You can select either one of those on the list below. Our corporate rep has uppers and downers and a stun baton. Uppers and downers are a way of managing stress for what it's worth. So you can select either one of those or both of them. Our officer is going to have, well, sidearm of choice, an all-access military multi-key. So you can, that gives you access to those bits of marine real estate that would be appropriate to your rank, Josh. So, and that is, I can't, it's somewhere near the bottom, I think, but I might be wrong. Can't believe I didn't add it to the list. Utility tool.
I mean, the multi-key is listed right at the top. Is that?
Yeah, I mean,
we've got to tick that as well.
Yeah, it doesn't have any load component, so you're okay for that.
Okay.
So that's.
I think I may have missed some of the things you said at the beginning. I was so overwhelmed by the list that I'm not sure of.
You will have been. So personal armor you've got, pulse rifle you've got. You can choose a shock grenades or HE grenades, which are up and across from the pulse rifle.
Got it.
So one of those. You have the option on a sidearm. And because you are an officer, you can not have a rifle if you don't want it.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's grenades, sidearm, rifle, and armor is like the maxed out.
That's getting close to topping it out. Yeah.
Yeah. What's the reason not to take stuff other than I just don't envisage my character that way?
Let me illustrate. So if we have a look at Eric's far left, US Marine armor, personal armor, notice it has one little box next to it. That's one slot on your load. The pulse rifle has 2 slots,
right,
and the grenades have 1 slot. So that's why if you scroll up, you will see on row 25, I've already marked out 4 of the 6 available load spaces. Yeah. And that relates to your general mobility, quick, average, or slow. So your standard Marine rifleman sits there averagely loaded. Now, if our Marine rifleman, Private Gibson, wanted to take something from his locker, like a sidearm as well, then that would add another 1 and it would push him over the edge into slow. Yeah? Now, clearly, you can always take the option to drop some stuff, but that's your standard loadout.
Would I be able to trade in my pulse rifle for a sidearm?
Exactly so. Technically, you are not bound by that standard loadout. You can choose anything on that list that I think is sensible for your role. Yeah. And just to cover that role, you are here to supervise the squad's circuit to the northern oil field, where you've been checking that the oil flow is the system is working. Yeah. So anything that would be relevant. So a sidearm would be fine because that's fine. I think you are unlikely, frankly, to have been issued a Marine rifle. Though, once we lose one of the rest of the squad, who knows? Because the picture shows you having picked up a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, you've got a broad option. Uppers and downers and stun baton are in your locker because of your previous experience. If we look at Jackson Cain, we're looking at marine armor, rifle, and a sidearm, and it looks like not taking a grenade.
Yeah, I'm umming and ahhing about that a bit. I'm like, oh, surely grenades will be really useful, but surely a leader should have a sidearm. That's just a given.
Yeah,
well, I'm
but
not being slow, so it's going to be one or the other.
You used to be an assault marine, remember?
Yeah, that's right.
So who knows? And then we have our Comtech marine, data tablet, portable diagnostic unit, rifle, armor. Now, uppers and downers because of the med kit. Yes, see that. So that is going to add up to 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, it's 5.
That's 5. So that you are loaded down with that med kit and your technical equipment, unless you want to leave something else behind.
I'll probably do something. Well, I guess like setting out, like what's our what's the mid like
Well, I mean,
my
I think you have to have, I think, to be the Comtech Marine, the portable diagnostic unit.
you know what? I'm
I
good with that. I'm happy to kind of be loaded down with tech at first and see how that
fine,
goes.
fine. Okay, so let's consider the rest of the squad. So we have the Marine NCO. We have a Marine fire support, assault Marine, and we have the official Marine medic. Where's he gone? Marine medic. There we go. So that's the rest of the squad. I put them on the rest of the squad tab. What I'm going to ask each of you to do is to contribute to just giving us a pen picture of them. So let me start with Josh, our Marine NCO. See, there's a choose or overwrite. There's
I
a
see it.
list. There's a list of characteristics. So what do you think you know about them? Which one of those do you think would apply to our NCO?
Uh, hmm. Oh, it's a long list, isn't it?
It is. It is.
I say determined.
Determined. Fine. Select
Mm.
determined. What about our Marine fire support? Let me go to Mark. What is the first thing people kind of would say about our Marine assault Marine?
Let's go with analytical.
Ooh, wow. Okay. And Jeremiah, what about our medic? Because I think you probably, as the Comtech Marine, have and your medical background have some kind of relationship with our Marine medic.
Sure. Let's see. You know what? I'm gonna go with disorganized.
Disorganized, yes.
Just a little bit scattered.
Okay. Let me go back round. Eric, go back to our Marine NCO. Determined and what? Or determined or what?
Right. Let's see. Determined and insecure.
Ooh, great. What about our Marine fire support? I think, Josh, you didn't choose analytical, did you?
That's correct. I didn't.
So give me something else about our assault Marine.
He's analytical. What could be she, I guess. Analytical and insensitive.
Great. He's sitting somewhere on the spectrum, I'm thinking.
Could be.
So, and finally, Mark, tell me something else about our medic.
Uh, our medic is disorganized and vicious.
Ooh, yeah. And if I go back round then to Jeremiah, give our NCO a name.
I will do so.
Yeah, fine. Eric, give our assault marine a name, and Josh, give our medic a name.
Okay.
Disorganized, vicious marine. Hmm. Oh, I'm in the wrong. Oh, we've already got a Bob. Change that.
I'm popping some potential pictures in there. Actually, yeah, I've got a better one. I think Liv looks slightly scary. Um,
It
so
is
this,
slightly scary.
yeah, everyone wants to be treated by Liv. So we've got a couple of privates and a sergeant. This is the Marine Squad, and we pick up in the back of the APC being driven by Jane, your squad synthetic. Um, and you have been, you got a message from base camp, Fort Nebraska, in the middle of the colony in Ariarchus. I should say to our audience, I'm using Fallen World, the Alien RPG module to scaffold this in terms of location. Who knows what will happen though? You've got a recall, Lieutenant. I tell you what, can you add your character names to your Zoom window? Because then I will begin to talk to you as the person. So, Lieutenant Cain, you've got a recall order, an immediate recall from your mission, just surveying and checking on some of the oil fields, oil pumping stations north of the colony. You got an immediate and emergency evac order. The UPP, the Union of Progressive Peoples, the communist alternative to your culture, are advancing. They've taken a planet in the vicinity, and you are next on the list. And I've got a name for her. She is Major Hatfield. Roberta Hatfield has ordered immediate evac. Return to Fort Nebraska for immediate evac. That was about 7 hours ago. And Jane has been heading south towards the colony ever since then. As she has driven south, a blizzard has swept in. The conditions, to be honest, the conditions are not great on Ariarchus at the best of times. But a blizzard has swept in, which means that comms have been very spotty since. But through the blizzard, you have seen lights in the sky, which you would identify, Lieutenant Cain, as a battle taking place in orbit. Yeah. And that is the sitrep as you approach the northern edge of the colony. You can find some details of the colony on the Faces and Places map. You are coming from the north, the top of the map. What's your approach, Lieutenant Cain? Head to what passes for a main road here and just power towards Fort Nebraska in the middle of the colony, or do you have an alternative in mind?
Tell me again where the map is.
It's on the Faces and Places. Let me move it up.
Oh, got it.
the
Facing
order.
places.
Yeah. So you're coming in from the north end where the oil fields extend with an order to get to Nebraska for immediate evac. And Nebraska is that kind of symbol in the middle of the colony.
The green blob.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's a little bit difficult to read the map.
Yeah, I just need a general, direct route or not.
I can't see any reason not to go direct unless we see signs of a threat, so let's do that.
Fine. So you instruct Jane to take you there at, are we talking about cautious or flat out?
Again, flat out until we see signs of needing to do something different.
And Jane can really make this thing move. I mean, Private Gibson, who has, who is your backup driver in a way, you can't drive it as fast as Jane. This is kind of 70 miles an hour, turning corners at, handbrake turns in an APC. So I think we'll see you kind of jostling about, hanging on to those kind of those support grips in the back of the APC.
I'm huffing a lot because because I think I could drive a lot safer than this.
Lieutenant Cain, you're at the front of the APC where you've got that kind of view of what's going on as well as the helmet cams from the rest of the team. But suddenly the APC brakes really hard. And you call up what Jane is seeing just as Jane reports, Lieutenant, there appears to be a roadblock ahead.
All right, let's get a look at it.
Up on the screen, sketchy. There's blizzarding between you and it. You're about 100 meters away. Jane has dimmed the ABC lights to just as standard practice. And what you're seeing is what looks like an APC parked across this main route in from the north. I tell you what, Lieutenant Cain, let's engage with a mechanic to see what, in a relatively low stakes environment, what you make of this. Now, the link to the dice room is in the safety and links tab. You're all going to be using the same kind of set of dice because it's a dice pool game, and trying to run multiple dice pool game online is impossible. So once all of you can see the dice pool, I'll explain how this applies. Josh, I think you're familiar with this, but the others may not be. So see, there's a white dice in the middle. You are always going to roll that, right? If you have expertise that is relevant to the action that you're undertaking, you also get to roll the orange expertise dice. The bonus dice is there if I think you are due it, or in the case of our deadly marine, when you want to kill something. Notice there is a green stress dice above this. The stress dice is always there. Yeah. So in this particular example, Lieutenant Cain, you are rolling the white dice. What's in your skill set that you think might make you the person who could get the expertise dice here?
What am I trying to do? You're asking me to.
Sorry, you're trying to interpret what you're seeing through the screen.
Oh,
Yeah?
well, in that case, I don't even do it myself. I'm going to call on. I was going to say I'm going to call on the person with the observation skill, but I see it's the corporate rep, which makes me think again. But nevertheless, have we had our corporate rep around long enough for me to know?
You tell me. How, Esther is quiet, unobtrusive, competent, doesn't get in your face.
But she's been around for a while, then I would have.
I think she's been attached to you you've seen her around the base, and she's been attached to you on this 4-day sweep around the northern oil fields.
All right, I think I'll turn to her and say, Ms. Skye, can you get a look at that? You've got sharp eyes. What do you see?
Okay, so Esther, you get the white dice. The observation grants you the expertise dice. You can always choose the stress dice to just get 3 dice, because what you're looking for is the highest number on the dice you roll.
Doesn't feel stressful just yet, so I think
the result on the stress die will tell you if it's stressful.
Right,
trust me. So never feel you have to wait for to feel that you should be stressed to get the stress dice in.
Yeah.
So we're going to leave that alone for now.
Yeah.
Okay. So white and orange. Now, for those of you unfamiliar with the dice roller, click on the dice you're interested in. It'll get a red boundary around it. Click on any dice and then there is a green button that says reroll selected.
5.
Have you rerolled?
I have.
Oh, right.
That.
Oh, yeah. So it seems like you have to reload a lot.
Yeah. Okay. So on a 5, so we go to the basic moves. And when you want to ask a question about someone, something, or somewhere, or want the GM to reveal something about the situation in which you find yourself, use the investigate move. On a 4 or 5, you get the minimum needed to proceed, and the GM will also answer one question. So the minimum I think you need to proceed is that APC looks funny, Esther. You're not a Marine, but you've been around the base for a couple of months. That doesn't look like the other APCs you are familiar with, or the APC you are in.
Mm-hmm. It doesn't look like the same model, or like it's from the same group, or
it doesn't look like the same model.
Okay.
It doesn't look like an APC that you have seen around the base. You can ask me a question on a 4 or 5.
Is there anything on or about the APC that would make me think that it was dangerous in some way?
there's the blizzard is sweeping across, and then there's, as it sometimes do, there's a slight pause, and the snow just settles for a moment. There is a large red star painted on the side of the APC. This is a Union of Progressive People's vehicle. Private Gibson, you hear Esther at the front of the APC saying, "Isn't that a red star?" What's your feeling about the UPP? These commie bastards, or you've had a wide pre-marine experience.
Uh, Given my current position, my current financial position, I think the idea of a socialist or even communist state sounds great. So I would probably want to defect as soon as possible, but he doesn't think that's possible. But if the opportunity was there, he would absolutely go for it.
Corporal Murphy, what if anything did we hear you saying? Because this is our first look at the squad. Uh, how would Corporal Murphy respond to the situation?
Um, yeah, I think he just sees them as sort of like upstarts, like like I'm almost picturing like uh Cold War, right? Like they don't have like we have the manpower, we've got the expertise, we're superior technology, everything is like they're just a bump in the road on the
So
way to progress.
let's take them on. Lieutenant Cain, what's your view at this point about what you should do next?
This looks like a deliberate setting up of possibly an ambush, given that there's a battle going on above us. So I definitely don't want to walk into this ambush. I will be consulting the map and thinking about whether there's an alternate route, but something tells me this isn't going to be the only roadblock.
That seems reasonable to me. So the question is, are you asking Jane to find a way round? Sounds like you are. And has the flat out turned into a cautious approach?
It sure
Bearing,
has.
bearing in mind that if they're already on the ground, the window for evac may be shrinking.
That is correct. I am thinking that they can't possibly, if they're down here enough numbers to block every single road, then we're fucked. So, is it okay to swear on the recording? It's too
Oh,
late. I did it.
it's yeah, you did. That's fine. This is a USMC squad. Of course, swearing is on the table.
Absolutely. Well, yeah, we probably are fucked, I'm guessing, but let's imagine a scenario when we're not. That would probably mean we're looking for a non-main road that they won't yet have had time to block up. So I think that's what I'm asking Jane to do is look for a route that will get us a bit off the radar.
Okay, so Jane carefully reverses the APC around the corner that revealed a roadblock, and takes you down a subsidiary road, until she thinks you're past there. I guess I'd like. Yeah, no, we'll just make that happen. So that is going to slow your pace, because there's also some signs now uh, that you're traveling more slowly, of there having been some level of bombardment.
Hmm.
So over the last 6 or 8 hours, while as you've been on your way back, events seem to have moved on from what Major Hatfield was able to tell you. Um, Esther, um, there was something in Hatfield's kind of initial comms to the team that said, we believe there's an UPP landing force en route. Um, and we also have a slight difficulty with special projects on sub-level 3. Um, I'd like to know what you know about sub-level 3. So I'm going to ask you to roll the white dice and the expertise dice. You can have the stress dice if you'd like it.
Yeah, I think I'll take it this time. Cool. re-rolled, and high die is a 4 on the stress die.
4. Okay, so on a 4, special projects is off limits to the rest of the base, right? Sub-level 3. Marine, there's a Marine guard between the rest of the base and sub-level 3, but it is the company that that actually provides security for sub-level 3.
Is the company, is it Borgia Industries?
It's Borgia Industries who provide who are the infrastructure. They ran the colony, and they now provide infrastructure support for the base.
Got it.
So my question is, are you with Borgia
Yes.
or not?
Yes,
Yeah.
I am.
Okay. So do you want to ask me a question? Because on a 4 or 5 you can.
Yeah. Hmm. You said there's been troubles with
Trouble on sub-level 3.
Do I think that I can get any personal advantage by finding out what they're doing there?
I think it's more likely to be if the UPP take this place, that is potential company secrets getting away from the company.
So preventing
So
that would make me look good.
that it would indeed make you look good.
Great.
Yeah. So that fine. Jane is making progress, avoiding the rubble where she can, taking side routes. A couple of times, you can hear the outside of the APC scraping along the habitation units as you take rather more, much narrower alleyways. But shortly you find yourself within sight of, or at least you can see Fort Nebraska above the nearer buildings, because there's a great big 20-foot concrete wall with towers at each of the 5 corners, with orbital protect kind of guns to fire at stuff in orbit and or stuff coming down from orbit. And the slight concern is that it's burning. And not, you can see at least one of those towers is rubble.
That's bad news.
And that, I think, is where we take our first break. It's a couple of minutes to the hour. Is 5 past the hour long enough to have a stretch and come back? Fine, I'll see you at 5 past the hour. So we come back from that commercial break with the astounding news that Fort Nebraska is not as you left it.
Geez, we go on one patrol and everything just goes to shit without us.
And the other thing that you notice is that just down that side street, you've come up an alley to get to this point of observation, to get within striking distance of Fort Nebraska. Jane having taken you round to the east of the fort. You can see the blue light still flickering outside the Colonial Marshal Office. And then firing erupts across that road between the Colonial Marshals and a building opposite it. It's not clear who that firing is between.
I feel like since they are ostensibly the law in the area, we should probably check that out and see if we can help.
What our orders are evac, right?
Yeah.
Which is obviously no longer possible. But who are we? Were we the people who were supposed to be evacing, or are we supposed to be evacing other people?
You are supposed to be heading back for evac, but you do have a duty to civilians.
No Marines left behind.
No Marines left behind, but also you could argue there's a moral duty to any colonists who remain.
And a contractual one.
Certainly Borgia Industries will not want, because the Colonial Marshals here will be, employees of, or at least their contracts will be picked up by the company. So there is an obligation here.
But it was us that are trying to get off the planet, right?
Well, the chain of command said evac.
Right.
Esther, it looks like Lieutenant Cain may be having second thoughts about intervening in this. What, if anything, do you do?
I will advise that it is our responsibility to check them out.
How does Corporal Murphy? Because I think that the NCO Barb will take a lead from you, Lieutenant. But Corporal Murphy, you're next in line of command. What's your response to this apparent hesitation on the part of Lieutenant Cain?
I think, yeah, Murphy's like, they're not Marines.
Gibson?
I say we have our orders. Bug the fuck out.
I'm listening to all this as they're talking, but what I'm actually trying to do is work out on the map if this evac point is not available to us, what would be the alternative?
The alternative would be to head to the spaceport in the hope that there is, you could access an evac from there.
In the south.
Yeah, right at the
So this firefight is broadly en route to where we were going anyway.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we don't want to drive into the middle of a firefight. Do we have comms? Can we potentially communicate with those guys?
Contact Marine. Let's have you try that.
Absolutely,
You're rolling the white dice. Your
All right.
Comtech expertise gives you the orange dice.
Yep.
Is this sufficiently important for you to roll the stress dice?
In a way, it's not, but I'm also curious to see the mechanics. So let's just do it. Well, I think also actually, yeah, I think from the point of view was like, I think Corporal Murphy was like, oh, so we are going to intervene maybe, and so he's like, fine.
Okay, 3 dice. Lock and
All
load.
right. Oh, I got a 6 on my stress die.
Oh, brilliant! 6 is the best result you can get.
Yeah.
So this is investigating. You're asking questions about. You want to try and find out what's going on here. So on a 6, you get the minimum needed to proceed. The GM will also answer 2 questions, but also say what freaks you out or highlight potential danger. You don't have to roll for stress because stress is the highest number. The stress dice is the highest number. So stress automatically goes up by 1, Corporal Murphy.
Oh, so okay, okay.
Yeah. If the stress dice is as high as or higher than any other dice in your pool, stress automatically goes up by 1.
And it looks like our stress 1 is all automatically.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
It's the Marine Corps is not a walkover. So you now have 2 stress, but you also get to mark info. You'll find the info track lower down the character sheet. Info is a non-specific player resource that allows you to ask stuff, know stuff that you've picked up en route. But right now, I can tell you that you get a kind of slightly kind of scratchy. Is that a Marine squad? This is Captain Jenkins, Colonial Marshal Jenkins. We're under fire from UPP. We need help. I have 1 man down.
I'm relaying this as I get it.
You have 2 questions that you could ask Captain Jenkins.
Oh, interesting. Like what are the numbers we're talking about?
An organizational question.
Yeah.
Are the Colonial Marshals part of the Marines, or are they a separate?
They're a separate body. They're they're civilian law enforcement, but their contracts will these guys' contracts will be being paid for by Borgia. It's just me. My marshal is down. My deputy's down. It must have been some kind of concussion blast. He's just out cold. What? I need help. Second question.
I was hoping he would also include enemy numbers.
More than me, for fuck's sake, more than me.
That's a small number, helpful. Okay, great. He's solo and outnumbered. Great. Other info. Man, what does Murphy care about finding out, I guess?
Well, that is passed on, over comms into the body of the APC. What are you going to do,
Oh,
Esther?
that's fair. If anybody has like clarifying, I'm happy to open up for that second question if anybody wants me to ask Jenkins anything specific.
Well,
I'm
I think
probably looking specifically to Cain, but
you've got all you're going to get. He's on his own. He's got a deputy down, and there are
yeah.
more of them than him.
Oh, that's
Right.
my two questions. Cool.
Yeah,
Okay.
those are two questions.
Fair enough.
So Esther, you seem to feel that there is a contractual obligation here.
Mhm.
What are you going to
They
do
are.
to act on that?
Geez, yeah. We need to help him. No, he might not be a Marine, but he's one of us. So
Yeah, we got it. We've got to get through here anyway. I mean, I'm looking at the map for any local information. Seems to me this guy's lost his battle and we're not going to win it for him, but we can maybe get him out of there.
Yeah. So what does that look like?
Quick feedback for him.
Well, it looks like I mean, without having the tactical information in front of me, I'm thinking smash the APC through the side of the building he's in, get him on board, smash out the other side.
Oh, yeah.
Love it. Love it.
Does this APC have any sort of weaponry? Like I know
Yeah,
most
it's a standard Marine APC as seen in the franchise.
Oh,
perfect.
they have a turret then?
Yeah,
Yeah.
pop
Am I
up.
remembering that?
Yeah.
Turret. No, we're not
Seems like a
fighting
good
these
job
guys.
for our gunner.
So ram into the
I'll man the turret if nobody else is.
well, yeah, I mean I'm just gonna come to Private Gibson for the vehicles role, actually. Even though Jane's doing the driving, I
Yeah.
think I want Private Gibson to tell me how this goes. So you get the white dice, you can have the expertise dice, you can have the stress dice if you want it. But I also want you to roll a risk dice, because there
Got
is a
it.
chance that this may lead to some concussion.
Nah, that won't happen.
That sounds good to me. Okay.
So you're
So
going to roll the stress dice, or are you
the
going to
three
leave that?
dice. No, I don't. This isn't my plan. I don't like it. So
Okay, two dice, and the furthest left risk dice.
got it. Yep. Okay. So it looks like that was a 3-2, and I think the risk is a 6.
Oh, right. So
Good
one
or
to
bad?
three is a failure.
Mm-hmm.
So on a rolling to do something else. 1 to 3, you barely succeed. The GM may exact a cost or offer you a hard choice, but I'm going to mark danger. Now, danger is the resource for me. Every time you go somewhere new, I mark danger. So you marked one danger when you arrived at the colony, and the second danger when you got within sight of Fort Nebraska. This is the third of those. Um, and yeah, something really odd happens, because if the risk dice is equal to or higher than, that's a potentially serious consequence. Now, how serious? Do you want to roll a d6 that likes you, Private Gibson?
Sure. All right. I'll do the rightmost risk die.
You
So that
can't come up
six is
six again.
that six is bad, right? Yeah.
That six is bad.
Ah,
Sixes are good except when they're bad.
Yeah.
yes.
So I got a 5.
A 5, okay. 4+. You were lucky this time. It hurts, but you'll live. So there's much jostling about, much banging of helmets on the side of the APC. Looks like you hit a reinforced pillar of some description. But also, Jane reports, Lieutenant, we seem to have hit something else.
Oh, I hope it's not that guy who was on the radio. He seemed nice.
Or his deputy.
No, she's
Oh, I
saying
don't care about them. They're dead already, aren't they?
I'm recording some extraneous corrosive some material. We've run into some barrel of I don't know what it is, but the APC is taking harm from it. Should I reverse back out?
Oh, shit. I mean, yeah, reverse back a bit. Let's mitigate. God damn it.
Yeah. And as she reverses out, a large kind of fleshy sack that is leaking a yellow material seems to roll off the front of the APC.
What is
And
that?
now the APC is taking fire.
I'm looking at my science officer here. What the hell is that?
Corporal
Yes.
Murphy? I'm
I
going to
got
make
no
you
clue,
roll,
man.
Corporal. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't know what the fuck that is.
Uh,
I mean, I do have an info at the moment.
You do. You do. Now, I mean, do you want to spend it to ask a question without rolling the dice? I mean, I'll be honest
Nah,
with you. I'm going to
I'll
tell you,
hold
you
on to
have
it.
no idea what this is.
Yeah, I was like, no, no idea. Never seen anything like that.
And we're taking fire like from.
From the UPP, presumably on the other side of
Okay.
the street, because you went in the side, now you reversed out, and the APC is taking fire.
Okay.
Um, and Jane is saying, Lieutenant, can you see the same red lights I can see? Whatever this stuff is, it appears to be dissolving part of the APC, sir.
all right. Uh, how bad are these red lights? Are we in an abandoned ship situation here?
I think you are approaching abandoned ship.
Oh
Yes.
no.
All right, fine. Um, Jane, we're gonna have to abandon the
And
APC.
that's when you hear banging on the side door of the APC.
I open the door, the bag
Um,
hatch.
and there's a colonial marshal with a wounded a deputy, and he drags him in. He said, "I don't know what happened to him. He just came round, and then I found him flaked out."
I'll help them in. Yeah.
All right, Jane, we're getting out of here. Get us
Um,
past this firefight ASAP before this APC falls apart.
Private Gibson, would you like to roll Jane's dice? White, orange for expertise, stress dice if you'd like, and another risk die.
Okay, so two wrist dice now.
Two risk die now.
Okay,
Oh, holy shit.
Oh,
got it. So yeah, I'm still trying to stay out of this. So I won't roll stress yet for my, because I don't want, or Gibson rather is trying to watch his own back. So I'll just roll those four.
Oh yeah.
Oh, basically the same. Well, the same thing except so yeah, highest is a three, and then risk highest is a five.
Okay, so I'm going to mark some more danger. So I've now filled the passive response of the alien hive.
great.
That's good. Um, uh, it is a failure on that basis. So you hit another reinforced pylon within here. It looks like the cells are on the other side of the building and they are reinforced. And the already damaged front of the APC crumples, and you hear Jane saying, Captain, sorry, Lieutenant Cain, I appear to have a problem.
Do androids normally talk like that?
Only when they're
Let's.
damaged.
Okay, well, I guess we lost the APC and the android. Great. All right, guys, let's um let's get out of this APC and into cover.
And the marshal is saying, "What the fuck? I just got in here."
Yeah, we'll get out.
Private Gibson and the marshal take the wounded deputy back out of
Yep.
the APC. It's cold. There's much zipping up of cold weather anoraks. Esther Murphy, you follow him out.
Yeah.
And the rest
Yep.
of this, Bob, the sergeant, is saying, "Okay, Marines, on the ready line. Let's go, let's go, let's go." And his last person out. And you are sheltering in a ruined colonial marshal station
Mm.
where the APC came through the wall. Blizzard snow is now blowing in and beginning to gather in corners of the room. Um, what
Is
do we
the
do?
the special projects, is it in this building or in the fort
It's
or
in Fort Nebraska.
yeah. I will advise our lieutenant that I'm pretty sure is a secure location further in the fort. Um,
The
if
fort that's on fire.
Yes, it is fortified underground.
Hmm.
Should be safe from assault. I mean, if they can get through that, we're done anyway. So it might be a good place to hole up at least until backup arrives.
Okay,
I
noted.
don't think there's any backup coming.
Marines, take up positions. We don't want to be surprised by these guys. Anybody pops their head up, take them out. This,
So I'm envisaging, you know, the squad deploy. There's some covering fire going on. You know, periodic exchanges of fire. Private Gibson, you know, you're the point of the spear, the Marine
Mhm.
rifleman. Tell me about the situation that you find yourself in.
So Gibson, despite that being his role, he sort of only does anything that would put him in danger when he's ordered, to the extent that like sometimes he's got to hear it twice. So so he is doing this. He is, if he has to be a little bit forward of everyone else, he is, but he's certainly not taking any risks. So he's trying to just suppress them, just let them know we're in here and we're putting up a fight.
Fine.
Um, because if anything, he doesn't want to kill that many of them in case he thinks we're gonna have to surrender, and that's his opportunity. So he doesn't want to create too much bad blood. So again, more suppressive than trying to like snipe people and stuff.
Okay.
But yeah, he will deliver. This is the one of the few times he gets bossy, and will sort of order people into different positions and all that kind of stuff.
Okay. Um, Esther, my guess is that you're taking cover in the shade of the APC because that's the best cover there is in here. Um, but it does give you a chance to kind of look at the front of the APC, and it's crumpled in a
Mm.
way that it really shouldn't have. And even though there is this blizzarding wind coming through, you can see fumes rising off it. And whatever it was came out of that fleshy bag, maybe a meter by meter and a half. Um, that yellow stuff is potent because it seems to have just gone through the armor of the APC like a knife through butter.
Murphy, have you seen anything like this before? It looks biological. It's not my area of expertise.
I'll tell you,
I'll
I'm not
bet
really a biology guy.
maybe
I don't know, some kind of
or,
acid, maybe
like
something.
call over Liv and see if she's seen anything like that.
Liv is treating the injured marshal,
Hmm.
the deputy, and you know when you call her over, she says, "You can fuck off. I'm busy."
yeah, that's fair. What about this guy who isn't injured?
Yeah.
Listen, this
Hello.
is your building. What the hell happened? We just rammed into some sort of sack of acid? What the heck?
Um, are you deploying persuasion or authority here, Lieutenant?
Authority.
Fine. Let's have you roll the white dice and the orange dice, the stress dice if you'd like it.
Okay, how do I actually roll these things again?
Oh, so click on the dice
Yeah,
and a little
clip,
red border should appear around it.
got it.
Yeah.
Orange and
Click
white, and
on
I can do the stress dice. No, I'm not rolling this stress dice yet. No, I'm going to
no.
need that for
Okay.
later.
Just the two then.
Do I click submit?
You do.
All right,
Oh
let's
no,
do it.
sorry. You click re-roll
Reroll
selected.
selected. Okay. Kaplomp. A 6.
A
Amazing.
6. That's as
Who
good
needs
as it
stress anyway?
gets. Who needs stress? So on a 6, he gives you the situation. Um, the colony got an evacuation report to order. Uh, Loads of civilians were evacuated to the spaceport um, uh, with the help of the Colonial Marshal Service and Marines deployed to help with a civilian evac. Um, then all hell breaks loose in orbit. Um, the they put dropships down. It looks like a full-scale invasion. The aerial orbital bombardment took out significant parts of Fort Nebraska, um, and this. I mean, we had a drunk Marine in holding but I don't know what you're talking about. I mean, and you can see the damage on the APC. He's got no explanation for that. You have two questions you could ask me if you want to dig into any of that.
What's the can I ask him what's the best route to get into Fort Nebraska? Or is that a useless question because he's not going to know?
I don't think he's going to know.
All right, okay.
When he goes in and out through the gate.
Yeah. Anyone got any questions they want to ask this guy? I feel like I've got a wasted 6 here if I'm not careful.
Well, you mark info for what it's worth.
I'll take that. Yeah.
I don't think Murphy cares, but he said something about a drunk Marine. So
yeah, right. Good point. Where's this Marine? Who is he? Is he still alive?
Well, and he looks like embarrassed as if to say, "Well, I kind of haven't checked." So he points to what's left of the cell block that you ran into. Murphy, do you head off there?
Unless somebody tells me to.
Yeah, I'll tell you to.
Okay, fine. Sure. Yeah, I'll go see if. Yeah, at least he's a Marine and not some UPP guy.
He's probably sobered up by now.
And yeah, he might be an extra gun. Who knows? Lieutenant Cain, when you roll a 6, you get the info, you get all the good answers, but you also get to roll for stress.
Oh.
So what I want you to do is to pick a dice that likes you, and if you roll higher than your current stress will go up by 1.
My current stress being 1.
Exactly. So if you roll a 1, you're fine.
I mean, I have to have a dice that really likes me, but I'll roll this green one because it's got the word stress on it, and I'm definitely going to roll a 2 or higher. Yeah, I rolled a 2 or higher.
Stress goes up by 1. This is turning into not the straightforward evac you had hoped for. How does stress manifest for Lieutenant Cain?
That's a great question.
How does our audience in this Netflix pilot know that Cain is beginning to feel it?
I think that he starts fiddling with his gun. Like in fact, his fingers are kind of white knuckled on his gun, like way more than you would really need in this situation.
Fine. I've just put white knuckled in the manifest as just as a aid memoir. Corporal Murphy, you're in the cell block. You're working your way down to the end. You kind of crashed into one corner of it. The Marine is down the other end of it, and he's rolled over, facing away from you. When the locks have failed, so you can just the door swings open. He still seems to be out for count. What do you do?
I mean, I'll just go poke him with the end of my rifle. Just
no response.
Okay, and I'll leave.
So you don't roll. The medic in you doesn't.
I am a backup medic, aren't I?
Because surely you are fascinated by the unknown.
Yeah, but
does this mystery not entice you?
Murphy's a Marine after Gibson's own heart. I love it.
Well, he also doesn't particularly care about other people.
Listen, Murphy, for what it's worth, my order was probably something like, go get this guy if he's alive.
Yeah. If no reaction, then a second step is check vitals. Like, does this Marine have a pulse?
Yeah, okay, roll him over. And the first thing you see is he's been hit by a shotgun in the middle of his chest.
Yeah, I don't think he's coming back from that.
No, just his chest cavity has just exploded.
Inwards, right? Yeah, definitely inwards.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, would I notice that?
I'm going to make you roll for stress anyway, because that was not what you were expecting. He was locked in a cell. So roll the stress dice. If stress is greater than 2, stress will go up by 1.
Cool, great. I got a 1, so it's
fine.
It's fine.
Just another day in the Corps.
Yeah, right.
What do you want to do? The lieutenant said, "Get that Marine."
whatever the equivalent is of like, I don't know, the name patch on his uniform or dog tags,
Yeah.
like I'll grab that. Dog tags,
Yeah.
whatever Colonial Marines carry.
Yeah, and remember, you all have those little comm things in your helmet, so you've all got comms. And Esther is a member, as a company in the squad, you'll have one of those little earpieces as
Yeah.
well.
So yeah, probably as I'm kind of ripping him off his neck. It's like, yep, Marines down. That's a no-go. And then I'll come back
You will notice it's odd. There appears to be a blood trail heading towards that vent in the corner. It's just a drainage vent for when they hose these cells down. Anyway,
we got
back
acid
to
sacs, weird blood trails.
Another day in the Corps.
Private Gibson. You've deployed in that kind of discreet way you have to make sure it looks like you're working hard when in fact you're mostly in cover. But it's becoming clear to you, I think, that there's more than one squad engaging, and you get the feeling that there may be some of them beginning to try to flank the building.
Got it. So I imagine because of Cole's our fire support's disposition that I kind of get along with him because he doesn't care for other reasons and I don't care for my reasons. Um so yeah, I imagine we've got a good rapport. So I'm sort of counting on him to help me keep these guys out. But at this point, yeah, I yell back. I say, LT, we need a way out or in. They're
And
coming around.
and Cole will kind of chip in and say, "Yes, LT. We've got flank. We got a flank threat." And you hear kind of brrt, brrt, brrt from his minigun as he's trying to kind of just discourage them from taking that route.
We need to
Right
get
on.
downstairs and into safety.
Which means you have to go about 800 yards that way into the fort and then go down.
Wait, what? We're on the top floor? How did that happen?
You're in the Colonial Marine Station, which is outside the fort. You need to get, if you want to take Esther's advice about the safe room, then you need to get into the fort and go down.
I got it. Okay. Yeah, well, I do, but only if that doesn't involve going through the flank.
Well, you could try to go it the other way. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's what we want to do is I think that was given that we appear to be in the middle of a flipping war. Let's see if we can get to that fortified location
Can we
by
use
the
one of
most
those?
sensible route.
Can we use one of those questions for a way out or for like a back way out?
Yeah, that's a good
works for
question.
me. Yeah, he can. Yeah, there is a way out. It'll keep you in the cover of the APC or the wreck of the APC, and give you a chance to kind of go round the other side from where they're trying to flank. So, yeah,
Would there be a
that,
way to set the gun on the APC to auto fire or something? So like it looks like it's still
ooh,
shooting while we are running
that
away.
that
Yeah,
sounds
absolutely
like
got to be.
either a Comtech or machines. I mean, machines to make it blow up. Um, Comtech to kind of try to program it to do what you want it to do. What approach do you want to take? Is this going to be a very big explosion, or just some kind of? What do you think, Murph?
Well, I was thinking I should play into my curiosity and like I'm gonna at least like shine a flashlight in that vent before I leave.
Uh-huh.
Okay, okay.
And put
Yeah,
your face very close.
Yeah, I gotta get right, exactly.
yeah, because it's on the side of your helmet, isn't it? Or is it on the shoulder? I can't remember. So you need to get down. And yeah, that the vent appears to have been, you know, if it wasn't made out of aluminium or something, you'd think it had been chewed through by rats. But it looks like it's been chewed through, and that blood trail goes into it, and it looks like it runs up the back of the cell block towards where the squad and the APC are holding off.
Oh, cool, great, that's fantastic. And I assume the pieces of tech I have are more for like electronic tech. Like this isn't something to like take a sample with or something.
Oh, med kit. Did
Well, I
you
have
take
the
a med
med
kit?
kit uppers and downers.
Ah, right. No, but you have a med kit which has uppers and downers.
Oh, that's okay. I didn't
Yeah,
see that as a
if I've read that right. Yeah, you have a med kit. It contains uppers and downers, but it also is a med kit.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so there's almost certainly a
Gotcha.
sample bottle in that.
So maybe, okay, I have an actual med kit, so I am real slow.
A
Hmm.
sample of the blood?
Yeah, you know what? Like, I think my curiosity gets the better of me. Like, I should probably have more of a hustle, but like, yeah, like this is unusual, especially if there's anything like on the, ragged, melted, chewed edge of the vent. Like, there's got to be something good there.
Yeah, fine. In fact, you could just lift the vent out if you wanted to, and just put it in your, slip it into the med kit along with a sample of the blood and anything else you find. But I think that's when Sergeant Benson yells, "Murphy, where the fuck are you?"
I think there's like a log, like he's a little distracted, and there's that moment of like, Murphy, what? Yeah,
you still there?
What?
You
I'm
still
here.
there?
I mean, yeah, what?
Now, this would offer me the opportunity to introduce you to managing stress, because stress is beginning to creep up in one or two people. If you go to the Manage Stress tab, you'll see that there are ways to reduce stress. It always reduces stress, but there's never a good outcome. There's always some kind of negative. But
Yeah.
I'm looking at the one at the bottom there. You go off alone to get your shit together. Phew, somewhere to relax. Now, I might be prepared to consider Corporal Murphy to be far enough away from the rest of the squad to benefit from that.
Yeah.
If the GM agrees the place you've chosen is sufficiently far from any help, then in addition to the standard reduction of one stress, you choose one of the following benefits: reduce stress by another one, or regain your expertise. Now you have your expertise, but I'm just that would take you
Oh, gosh.
from 3 all the way down.
Well, I've only got 2 stress right
Oh,
now.
you've only got 2 stress. Okay.
Yeah.
Fair
Yeah,
enough.
because I succeeded on the stress roll.
You did. Oh well,
Yeah.
then that's just an introduction for later.
Yeah.
Um,
But yeah, I think I'll kind of snap everything into the med kit, maybe let it be doing its thing, and
yeah,
hustle back.
fine. And so, Benson is there saying, "Come on, come on." And they need you. The reason is, Murphy, they either need you to have. I'm going to throw this back to Lieutenant Cain. Murphy wasn't there to rig the gun, so any distraction boils down to a machine's role to make this thing blow up. Lieutenant Cain.
Yeah, which is me.
It is you.
All right. I'll tell the sergeant, get these guys. Whose idea was that, by the way?
I think I just put that in your head as,
Amazing. Well
create
done.
a distraction by somebody mentioned fire. I think it was Esther said, can we
Yeah.
set the gun to fire?
So it looks
Okay,
And unfortunately, Murphy wasn't about, so it boils down to a more radical alternative, which is to rig the tiny reactor to blow.
I'm
Esther's,
mentally noting that Esther is alarmingly persuasive, but I will go ahead with this plan anyway. I'll tell the sergeant to get everybody ready to bug out. And yeah, this is easy, right? You just got to touch a few wires together. Should be simple.
And then run for it.
And then run for it.
Esther's a thinking outside the box problem solver.
Yeah, it's just, I like it when ideas come from my head, not from the
course.
corporate person. That's
Of
always
course.
very worrying to me.
So the squad is fighting retreat, just trying to give the impression of fire still coming in. I think that probably Cole is going to be the last man out because he can put a lot of fire downrange. Benson is there, calling Murphy up and get the fuck across that road, leaving Benson, Cole, and the lieutenant with the APC. And Benson says, "Cole, you leave with the LT," and she bugs out. The LT is now going to set this. and then presumably make a run for it, LT.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
It's definitely a
Well,
good idea.
okay. So let's have you roll machines. But do you know what? I think this is flee for your life. But the quality of your machines is going to determine the time delay you manage on this. Yeah?
Yeah, yeah. By all means, why not?
So when you want to escape your fate, for now at least, and the GM agrees there's a reasonable route to take, fine. It's a foot chase. You have fitness cowardice. Well, this is about your machines. So you have white dice, orange dice. You can have the green dice if you'd like it.
You keep saying this like it's something I would want, but in this
Well,
case, it
three
is.
dice. That's 30% more chance of getting a six, surely.
Is it? Oh, okay. Yeah, go. That sounds
That's
that's very
it,
persuasive. I'm going to
All
do
three
that.
of them. All three of them.
Yeah. What does it mean if I roll it though? Does that mean my stress goes up automatically?
No, if the stress dice comes up equal to or greater than any other dice you roll, stress automatically goes up.
So if it provides me a benefit, it also costs me. Fine, I'm rolling it. I got a 5, and it wasn't on the stress die. I'm very
Well,
happy.
then you're happy. On a 5, 4 or 5, you get away clean unless the GM chooses to spend danger to maintain the pursuit and forces you to flee for your life again. I'm not going to spend my danger at this point. I want to hoard it for some other opportunity. Lieutenant, you and the others are 2 buildings down. Cole is retreating, spraying the building opposite with fire. And then and that brings the Marshall station down. It blows in the front face of the building that was the base of the UPP, and you have escaped your fate. But you're now on foot without a synthetic, and you are on your way to Fort Nebraska. Yeah, making your way now through rubble to a large extent. We have to imagine this close to the fort, orbital bombardment will have not just hit the fort. So you're making your way. Who's on point? LT, who do you put out there on point?
I mean, it's got to be the guy whose description is the point of the spear, hasn't it? Like I now know that I shouldn't put him on point, but I'm doing it anyway.
So unfortunately, and this is probably why people tend to dislike Gibson. So because I brought my illegal multi-key, I'm slow, which means
Gibson, God
which
damn it.
probably it probably just looks like he's lazy or just is a slow, out of shape guy or something. So he might have to be more towards the back with
Well,
Cole.
but being point in this situation requires you to take care. You can't
Oh,
run
there
through
you
this
go.
situation.
That's true.
don't
Okay.
want to run into another ambush.
That's
Exactly
true.
so. So being
Yep.
slow is a positive advantage in this
Yep.
circumstance.
I say
Um,
slow is smooth, smooth is fast, guys. And
Um, and larceny in this context, I think larceny does kind of offer a degree of unobtrusive. Yeah.
right,
So
right, that's
so
true.
uh, so I think what I want to know is how well the trip between here and the edge of Fort Nebraska goes, Gibson. So I think I'm going to roll you the white dice. I'm going to give you the orange dice for your larceny expertise because you spent some time
Hmm.
doing dodgy stuff back in the day,
Yeah.
and you can have the stress dice if you'd like it.
Yeah, all this is important to him, to me. So all right, so I'll roll those three. Okay, so I got a 5 on expertise. So yeah.
Fine. So this is, I think, probably rolling to do. I think it's avoid detection. Actually, when I think about it,
Yes. Yeah.
yeah. So 4 or 5, you made it for now at least. What do you do? So you found a route through, Gibson. You can now see the front gate of Fort Nebraska. It's blown apart. Um,
Mm.
there are UPP drop ships, in the vicinity, occasionally passing over, and through the snow, you get that kind of nice downward light. But you've got a route. Do you move on or do you call the others forward?
I'm gonna bring them up. I want us to be in one group, and I ask LT on comms once he sees. I point out the gate and I say, "Do we find another way in? Walk in front door.
Uh, do we see signs of this place being occupied?
I think at the minute Gibson has told you what he can tell you. Now, you can ask Gibson for more information, so we could roll, and investigate for Gibson.
Yeah, come on, Gibson. I know you can do better than that. Get a
Okay,
good look at this thing.
I'm gonna give larceny as a benefit for
Yeah.
expertise because again, you're kind of casing the joint. So
Yeah.
white and orange, stress
And
if you'd like it.
all right, I will again, huffing about it. I will actually move up a bit because proper larceny, I've got to get closer. So I'll do that as well. So I am gonna roll
And
stress.
this is investigate. So go with all three dice.
Okay. Oh, you mean so like stress, expertise, and the white.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So same thing basically. I got a highest is 5, and that wasn't stress.
Spot on. So, investigate 4 or 5. You get the minimum needed to proceed. The gate appears to be a bit of a focus. It looks like those dropships are kind of doing overflights, maybe to determine whether there is any potential opposition on the ground. Yeah,
Okay.
you get that for nothing.
So then,
And then you got a
sorry, go ahead.
question you could ask me.
Yeah, so my question is basically, do I know another way in? Maybe a way that would need his key if he has it or
Well,
mine.
that's very interesting, Gibson, because, one of the ways that you are able to get the stuff the squad wants rather than what the chain of command thinks you need is doing a little bit of barter between the colonial colonists and, things that you might have access to. Um, and you know that in order to do that, you have used one of the overflow drains to come and go without necessarily bothering the gate guards. Yeah. So there is a concrete trough, moat to all intents and purposes,
Hmm.
around Nebraska. But you know that if you go down into that moat, there is a grill, which is the
Got it.
emergency overflow for any, if drainage, wherever else. Um, and your illegal multi-key would work on it.
Okay. So I say, sir, I've heard that there's an overflow drain, so let's head there now. And then I just start moving so there's no questions.
I'm
Um,
gonna
uh,
I'll actually speak up and like I'm assuming there's some weird local fauna is what the signs I saw in that cell and be like I did something got to that marine crawled through a vent like it's not like anything I've heard reports about that is native here so if they could be underground it was crawling through the vents back at the station so
It sounds like good news to me. If it can crawl through a vent, so can we.
hopefully it's not that big.
Go
I mean,
check it
this
out,
this overflow
Gibson.
is 2 meters around, so
Okay.
it's
Yeah.
2 meters across, 2 meters high. So it's not a kind of crawly event.
Got it.
Just
Okay.
if that reassures you at all. Um,
Not really.
and it takes you into sub-level 1. And the way you've used this is you've then emerged in the barrack in the latrines of the of the barrack block. Yeah.
Got it.
Um, but it's the emergency overflow. It's not the sewer. Yeah. Just so you know.
Got it. Good.
So
Definitely better.
let me think. This is going to get you down a level, Esther. Um, you know that there are a couple of lifts, elevators that go down. Because sub-level 3 is restricted. Um, that might provide a barrier.
Right.
Yeah, but
And if
who
it's
knows?
restricted, maybe we can't take a lift directly down, but maybe we could make our way down the shaft.
I'm sure there's a vent.
Yeah,
always a way.
That
I'm not a
there's
Marine,
always
so
a
I don't know
vent.
how these things work. So
Um,
I'm just here
um,
to punch in the right direction.
yeah. So I think that I see all of you now in that in front of that grill, that large grill, hinged on one side, and strangely, by the time you get there, LT, it's already ajar.
Yeah, so
Yeah, because I don't think Private Gibson necessarily wants the LT to know about his illegal multi-key. I'm pretty certain some other members of the squad know how Private Gibson is able to get certain stuff. Yeah.
For sure.
Um,
Everybody knows the contraband guy.
exactly. So Private Gibson, it's a jar. You're able to it's a jar.
Say, it's our lucky day, LT.
And off goes Private Gibson on point again, unless somebody else has observation and wants to volunteer for the job.
I have observation, but I do not volunteer.
Can we close and seal this thing behind us so that the UPP or anybody else doesn't?
I think that's doable. I think that illegal multi-key, discreetly used, will lock it behind you.
I mean, I was
I've got a
almost picturing
legal
something more
multi-key.
permanent, like if we had the equipment, it'd be great to like weld it shut, right? But we probably don't.
I don't think we got the time for that.
That's
Yeah,
Murphy.
I'll pass the key sort of surreptitiously to Murphy.
Who's bringing up the rear and kind of.
I mean, I actually have a legal multi-key, I think, so it might be that I'm locking it already without you needing to do that.
Well, hang on. I think that the lieutenant's multi-key is for those bits of the base to which he is expected to have access. So, it's all it's most of the base, but I'm not sure it runs to Borgia Industries sanitation team.
Yeah. When I pass the key to
Because
Murphy,
why would a Marine officer need to be able to access the sewerage system?
Yeah.
when I pass the key to Murphy, I say that comes back to me.
Obviously, could I, along with that key and Comtech, could I do something to like scramble the access codes on this door so that like anybody that does have legitimate, makes it harder?
I'm not going to make you roll for that now. If it becomes important, I will ask you to roll to see how effective that was. The marshal and I'm guessing maybe Liv, our medic, are still kind of carrying the deputy. Mustn't forget the deputy. And you're heading down this space, lights kind of playing over the walls as you go. When Liv says, LT, hold up. And she and the marshal are laying the deputy down. And the deputy's eyes flicker open and says, where am I? What happened? I remember. I don't remember getting back to the station. This isn't the station, Captain. And then, oh, shit! What did I eat?
Oh, great.
And he begins to seize. I'm going to spend a danger to have an NPC begin to seize. Oh God! And I'm seeing you all gathered round as Liv is trying to kind of, what the fuck is going on here? And then his chest explodes. Let's engage with the bestiary after we take a 5-minute break. Can I suggest we're back in our seats at 5 past the hour again? Earlier, if you can make it. I'll see you then. His chest explodes. Yeah. What it says in the bestiary is only PCs with fitness, cowardice, or deadly can act before a xenomorph when it first appears in a scene. Does anyone have fitness, cowardice, or deadly?
I've got the latter.
Deadly. You get to act first if you choose to, Private Gibson. What do you choose to do, if anything?
So I haven't actually seen a creature, right?
No, this is the first time you've seen it.
Oh, or no, rather, like, do I actually see the creature?
Oh,
or
yeah. I put you all gathered round the fitting deputy, and then...
Okay. got it. So,
What do you do?
yeah. Uh, Thankfully, Murph did talk about something, so I'm not totally blindsided. So, yeah, I just put one shot, down its nasty little mouth if I can.
Okay, let's have
Um,
you roll to confront them.
yeah.
So you were rolling the white dice. You always have access to the orange dice. Um, would you like the stress dice? And would you mark one risk dice?
Will mark a wrist dice, and I get the
Does he also get bonus?
bonus die, right?
You because you're deadly. Of course you do. Sorry, I
Yeah.
forgot. Yeah. So all three
Um,
across the middle.
yeah.
Stress if you want it, and the first risk dice.
So no, I imagine that I'm freaked out by this, but I don't think it's like a real threat. I'm just kind of shooting like a prairie dog here. So
I'm just
uh,
curious, is this a short burst from the M41 or is
it's
this a pistol shot?
I don't have my pistols, so it's gonna be
Ah,
just one round or a very quick burst.
fine. Do your thing.
Okay, so yeah, no stress, and here we go. All right, so I got five, six is the highest.
Oh, good. That's great. So a six on the bonus dice, just as well you had it. Five on the risk dice, so not a problem. So on a six,
Oh yeah, I didn't do the wrist die.
no, no, right. Roll me the risk
Oh,
die then.
sorry. You're right. I
I
did
thought so.
pick it. Yes.
Yes. Um, so this thing explodes. Three-round brass. The fact the risk die is less than six means that the small but not insignificant acid splash does not catch anyone, but every one of you rolls for stress because this is fucking freaky. So
Yeah.
let's start with Esther. Pick a dice that likes you and roll for stress. You are looking for a one to avoid.
I got a two.
Stress goes up by one. Lieutenant Cain, you're on two, so one or two, and stress does not go up.
I got a 4.
Stress goes up by one. Corporal Murphy, uh, stress is currently two. Roll a dice. You want two or less to avoid stress going up to three.
Two.
Solid, solid.
Just
And finally, Private Gibson.
I rolled a 4, so I'm going up.
Fine. Um, and Murph, it is clear that
yeah,
that was not a shotgun wound on that
yeah. I think he
Marine.
quickly puts it
Yeah.
together of like, oh shit, that's what happened to the Marine. That's probably what went into the vent.
Uh-oh. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Um,
I assume, like, because in character, I'm like, we haven't heard any kind of reports of like crazy fucked up fauna like this. I assume.
I mean, outside of, kind of conspiracy theorist, folk, there was some guy who went, said that he'd experienced contact with a dangerous kind of alien being creature. Um, but everyone put him down, Weyland-Yutani made it very clear that nothing untoward had happened on any of their colonies,
They're
um,
trustworthy. Yeah.
Obviously,
and threatened to sue him, and he went underground.
yeah.
Um,
I look at Esther and I say, respectfully, ma'am, do you know what the fuck is going on here?
I mean, I know there are special projects going on here, but that doesn't seem like that seems more than special. Maybe the special project is something to contain or address these.
Oh,
It doesn't sound like anything that Borgia would be involved in, but if I mean, I don't know. Corporations have a lot of irons and a lot of fires. If Weyland-Yutani is allied with the UPP, it would make sense that Borgia was trying to counteract whatever bioweapons they were developing.
All right,
So I've
look.
already moved on to like as soon as I realized she didn't know what was going on, I started doing other things.
oh, okay. Can I check, because it's probably been a little bit, like check my med kit and see if there's any sort of like usable information it was able to analyze out of whatever samples I'd stuffed in
Well,
there?
it's we're in Alien rather than Star Trek, so it's
Yeah,
not really. You've collected samples. You'll need a
yeah,
lab to
gotcha.
do any
Fair
kind of
enough.
analysis. Um,
Yeah.
but this is odd. There's no question about that. This is freaky stuff. Um,
So
Esther,
the thing, I guess to be clear, like so the thing that came out of his body is like the little like I mean it's the little baby xenomorph, right? Like it's a tiny
exactly.
little
If
nugget
you
of a dude.
if you check out the Alien gallery, you will find it on column D.
And did the shot
Yeah,
take it out or just
the little
Oh
boy.
yeah,
hit it?
just blew it to pieces.
Okay, so
Okay, great.
I was like, oh, could we? No, there's nothing left. Okay.
Problem solved then. Yeah.
Alan, should I do the whole info and stress thing because it was 6?
Yes, please.
Okay.
So let's have you roll a dice because this is particularly freaky.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's have you roll a d6 that likes you.
All right. So yeah, no, I'm going up again, and I'll
Okay.
check info. Okay.
Got drugs if you need them.
Now, yeah, you may want to be checking out the manage stress tab at this point because there are
Oh,
ways in
right.
which you can manage stress down.
Right.
You behave badly, you self-medicate, you look for honest human contact, you go off alone to get your shit together. And there's also the needs of the one. Sometimes the needs of the one outweigh the needs of the many. The GM may therefore offer a piece of the opportunity to erase one's stress in return for marking danger.
Great.
Your backstory is also always true. If the GM agrees that doing something driven by the reason you came out to the frontier will put others at risk, you choose a benefit, and then I put that person in danger.
Yeah.
Yeah. So stress is not an endless trip up. You leave the body. Jenkins is freaked, but there is an iron core in Jenkins, and you see him checking his pump action shotgun. And you head on up the tunnel, and I put you beneath the barrack blocks, the latrines, where this is the overflow from, and a network across the base. So, Private Gibson, I'm curious, do you want to get up on the route you normally take, or do you want to go somewhere else?
I think the normal one. Wait, now is our goal to go down into?
Esther has sold the
That's what
idea that
Esther.
there is a kind of safe room down there that you can
Okay,
just
so
wait
before.
this out.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I'm
so
not entirely
before
certain that the LT is on that, but
exactly. And so before we proceed, I kind of look past her at LT and say, sir, is our plan to hole up and just hope that we win the war out there or something? Someone else does?
We're going to get to the safe room. We're going to use it to top up our supplies, and we're going to see whether we can make contact with whoever we make contact with.
All right, copy that. So
well,
yeah,
this
I'm trying to
this
head there.
now that you're here, this is probably the point where I need to clarify. Evacuation would have been a fallback at the spaceport, but there is a beanstalk that comes down in the middle of Fort Nebraska,
Oh,
which would have been the route for anyone in the base and presumably any Marines not deployed to the spaceport. You don't know. It's difficult to see through all the debris and the damage whether the beanstalk is still operating, but you think you'd have seen a lot of damage if it had come down. Put it that way.
yeah. I'm thinking we might then use the beanstalk if we can get confirmation that the other end is secure, because I don't really want to go up there and just get ourselves shot to pieces. So I think the safe room's still a good idea. Still going to follow Esther's advice, basically. I'm still going to be her little glove puppet for now.
Okay.
So that those special projects that so you think of the barrack blocks on either side of the main building in here. Special projects and most of the sub-basements are below the center unit, which is officer country. Now, Private Gibson, you don't have an enormous amount of experience of the sewer system and the overflow system below officer country. But you think you can dead reckon in that direction if you wanted to head to the center block rather than going up to the surface, across and back down.
Yeah, yeah, I'm gonna try that. I mean, what I would rather do is go with the beanstalk and get captured, but for now this is fine. So, okay. Yeah, I'll do my best.
Okay. So let's see what your best looks like. I think I'm going to give you larceny again, so you can roll the white dice, the orange dice, stress if you want it. And I think
Okay.
this is rolling to avoid detection again.
All right. So I'm not rolling stress. Ooh, sixes.
Oh, wow, look at that. If only double six was worth more than one six.
Hmm.
So on a
No
six, this
crits.
goes perfectly. You succeed brilliantly. Agree with the GM what extra benefit you get.
Oh, and I have to roll for stress again,
You will
right?
have to, yeah, but I'll come to that last. So first,
Okay.
tell me what extra benefit you get. So you get to officer country undetected. What extra benefit do you want, Private?
So I want, um, in theory, I'd like to know, come across, um, the quickest route possible as a plan B to make it to the beanstalk.
Okay, okay. There is a point where this overflow system runs into the reactor at the base of the beanstalk.
Okay. All
And
right.
so you can access the beanstalk by going out further along this tunnel, uh, getting to the reactor location, and then going up to the base of
Okay.
the beanstalk. Fair enough?
Okay. Okay.
That's
I
the
make
extra
a note of
benefit.
that. I don't mention it to anyone, but I make a note of that. And
Okay.
and
Um,
I'll roll for
but
stress.
on a six, mark info, but then roll for stress.
Yeah, my stress is going up again. So yeah, this is literally not what I was forced to enlist for. So okay, so yeah, I've got two info
Fine.
and four stress.
Okay. So I'm going to put you now on sub-level one. Yeah. So you have come out uh, in the main kind of administrative block where the sub-levels go down. So you're on sub-level one, and I see probably maybe Cole as our chunky guy kicking open an emergency door from this kind of duct system into a corridor on sub-level one. Um, no problem down here. Emergency lighting only. So, there's a dim white light scattered down the corridor, and a red kind of flashing light moving up the corridor towards evacuation points, which is not the direction you think, Esther, you need to head to get to sublevel two. Yeah. Um, and I think I'm gonna. No, I won't do that yet.
Alan, can I spend an info? Um, See, there's a thing where I can reduce danger if we've encountered a xenomorph. I guess we've only encountered the chest burster. Basically, I was thinking of whether I could spend one to reduce danger from the acid. Like that, at this point, seeing it splash out. I don't know if
Okay.
that makes sense, but
No,
just
it
one
it
option.
it does. You can spend info in a number of different ways. One of those ways is to reduce the level of danger. So once you've encountered a xenomorph, as you use what you've learned to cover your tracks and or become more aware of the danger they present. So that's fine. Yeah. So
Yeah.
that would take a danger out of my hands.
Okay.
So
So I'll
I
spend
will.
one
There we
and
go. I've reduced the
I'll
danger,
okay. I'll
How
hold on to the other.
how
which
much
now
danger
makes
you
me
got
think twice. I've got two at the minute
after the reduction?
after the reduction, which makes me think twice about spending one now, I have to say. So you're in this corridor. The central kind of elevator column is that way. The ramps that would take people up for emergencies to the beanstalk is follow the red flashing light that's moving down the kind of light in the middle, Esther. What, this is not necessarily common ground for the squad. LT, you've probably been down here to sub-level two, even if it was only as part of induction. But everybody knows that, in an emergency evac, follow the red light. But the safe room is in the other direction, and the lifts down to that safe room are in the other direction. So, Esther,
Safe room.
fine.
Yeah, if we go up the beanstalk, I mean, you saw those that the bombardment. If they hit the beanstalk and we're on it, it's over.
Would
They're
I?
not going to attack the beanstalk. Hold on a moment. Have we got any way to communicate with the orbital level and find out who's in control of the top of the beanstalk?
Yeah, you would need to go through the war room, so-called the coordination base in Fort Nebraska. It has orbital comms. Your comms are entirely planetary.
And that would be in the safe room by any chance?
There might be that you don't know about this safe room. This appears to have been a safe room for the corps,
Oh.
the corporates.
Are there any comms in this safe room, Esther?
I mean, there's got to be. I mean, no, no offense, but this is a corporate facility at the end of the day, and they're going to take care of their own more than they're going to take care of the help.
That's
None
Okay,
taken.
well, you just said that, so fine. Let's get down there.
Would I, with any of the equipment I have, would I be able to tie into any sort of like base CCTVs so that we could have eyes on
that's an interesting possibility.
anywhere we're going, like to help find a safe route, see what kind of movement?
Yeah,
Because like for all we know, the UPP is down here somewhere, or there's more of those creatures. So
Yeah, no, I think that your portable diagnostic device, you can try to plug that into the base systems and see if you can find something out. So I think this is going to be now every time you use your PDD, PDU, or your data tablet, if you see the little red boxes underneath,
sure,
that's the 4 uses you have
that's fine.
to benefit. So you're going to use some power to get this thing to connect. Let's have you roll. This sounds like roll to investigate, I think, to ask me some questions about. So white and orange, stress if you want it.
Does using the device, that's just allowing me to make the roll, it doesn't give a bonus? Okay. Yeah, I'll roll stress. Why not? Stress is fun.
Yeah, you can where it says where it's got a skill in brackets, it enables that expertise to be valid. Okay, what do we got?
Okay.
Oh, stress goes up by 1.
No, I rolled 2.
Oh, you didn't roll the stress. Sorry.
I did, but I rolled. Oh wait, is my stress only 2?
No, let me explain.
Okay.
When you roll a dice pool,
Yep.
if the stress dice that rolls is equal to or higher than, stress automatically goes up.
Okay, so that it does go up. But I did get a 6.
Okay. So, oh, sorry, I needed to update it. 6 was not on the stress dice. Stress has not gone up. Forget it. I beg your pardon.
Well, I rolled a 2 on the stress, so it does
Yeah,
go
you
up.
did. You got a 6 on your ordinary dice. On a 6, that's perfect. So I will tell you that you can hack the local security net. Yeah. Now you can ask me 2 questions, therefore, based on that hack.
Well, I guess is there anything but my squad between here and our destination?
Your destination currently is that central elevator shaft cluster. There does not appear to be anything between you and it, though there is signs of violence. You know, blood spatters, some signs of small arms fire.
Sure.
On this level, but nothing else.
And then I guess would I be able to tell, because if we're heading to this quote unquote safe room or whatever, can I tell if it's currently inhabited or if there's anybody in there? Or
you've got access to this level, you will need to go down to the next level to hack that. Yeah. So on this level, signs of small arms fire, whether that is UPP versus the Marine Corps or not, or something else, uncertain.
What about
signs of blood spatter?
Yeah, are there signs of these creatures like melted metal and acid pools? Or
well, that's the interesting, yes, because you do as you skim around.
Okay.
find a couple of places where the floor has dissolved.
Yeah. Good news. The way is clear. Bad news. Definitely signs of gunfighting and potentially more of those creatures. So
that's why you're going to roll for stress.
I roll again.
Yeah, so you got sorry, yeah. So the 6.
Yep.
I misunderstood. If the 6 had been on the stress dice, it would have automatically gone up.
Yep.
But anytime you get a 6, you mark info and you roll for stress.
Well, in addition to the stress I already rolled.
Oh, sorry, I misunderstood. I didn't know you'd rolled again. So fine, done, finished.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Head. I'm going to cut to the central kind of atrium's too strong a word, but there is a cluster of 4 elevators in the middle of this space, and you have passed some signs of firing. Not clear who that firing is against. There is signs of blood, maybe casualties being dragged away. Not entirely clear. Yeah. LT, what's your thinking?
We're heading down to the safe room. I mean, it's we knew this was coming because Murphy told us. So as long as we're not under attack, we keep going.
And that would be great if the elevators worked. So I'm
Oh,
going
good.
to. I'm
You
going
know,
to.
I almost thought about asking, should I ask if the elevator's working? Yeah, it's fine.
Nah, we'll be all right.
I'm gonna spend a danger to, as it says, declare a complication. There's an unexpected obstacle between where you are and where you want to be.
Which is a
Luckily,
non-functioning elevator.
Yeah.
luckily you're good with machines, Lieutenant.
I mean, I am, but like, is it the elevator that's broken, or is it something else like the power source or what have you?
Well, do you want to make an elevator work, LT?
Oh, I mean, I definitely do. Just a second. How far down is this safe room? Because is there like could we just go down some stairs or a Jeffrey's tube or whatever?
There's always a possibility. Somebody could spend info, for instance, to find a way out of the current scene that isn't obvious.
No
So if
thanks.
Yeah,
somebody wanted to spend info,
I've
they
been in
might
here.
know a way to do this.
I've been in this place before, haven't I? So I think I will just do that rather than mess around trying to fix an elevator that, that could
Fine.
take forever.
Okay. So you spend the info. You find the emergency ladder that allows you to get down from this level. It requires Murph and you to kind of lever away an emergency hatch. But yeah, cut to sub-level 2.
Woot.
Easy. Making progress. No problem.
Private Gibson, it looks like you wanted to say something, but I wasn't certain.
Oh no, I was gonna say, well, I was gonna ask, yeah, how many levels? Just because,
You
I've
are
got
heading to
equipment.
sub-level 3.
Got it. Okay,
Yeah.
great.
Sub-level 2 shows signs of significant conflict. I'll tell you that before you ask me. There are about a dozen marine bodies scattered around the lift shaft, the lift cluster, um, and there's a lot of blood and gore here. So I think it's time to roll for stress, friends. Shall we start with Corporal Murphy?
Yep, that's more stress.
More stress, fine. LT, how are you responding to this, the way this mission is going?
I'm sure everything is going to be very fine, but I rolled a 5, so
So it's not
I'm
as
not
fine as it
very
was.
sure.
That white knuckle is kind of, it's getting very noticeable. And I am curious, Gibson, as you roll for stress, I'm curious about how it manifests in you because you're at 4
Yeah,
stress already.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I think that I'm starting to I'm kind of panicking in terms of just everywhere we go. I'm looking for a way out. I'm looking for a way to sort of get behind people. So he's becoming timid sort of.
I put
And
distracted down.
yeah,
Does that
yeah, yeah.
seem to sum it
Yeah.
up? Yeah, it's at this point you think I really should have chosen cowardice.
I know, exactly.
Esther, you're only on 2 stress. I'm going to come to you last, but um, what about no, sorry, it is you. Yeah, you are left, Esther. So how's the stress
Out of the
looking?
six. Very
Okay,
stressful.
stress goes up by 1. Um, and you may want to be considering spending info, for instance, to find somewhere, as it says, find a shelter that's secure or a way to make your current location secure for now at least, as you use what you know or realize about your environment to give you and those you choose to benefit a safer place to regroup, rest, and recover. Is it time for that, or are we pushing on?
If we recover, could we potentially reduce stress?
I would give you an opportunity to manage your stress. Yeah.
Well, I'm waiting to see if anyone else spends.
How far away from the safe room? This is the
Yours,
safe room's on
no, it's
3.
1 floor down.
Okay,
So
I mean,
if you want to find a way around these malfunctioning lifts, you are going to have to spend info to find a route from here down, or find it by other means.
taking a breather does.
Esther, what are you thinking? Because you're
I'm
probably
thinking,
thinking more clearly than anyone else at this point.
yeah.
All the Marines are freaking out a little bit.
The Marines are the ones with the guns and the training, more importantly. Um, are the bodies here? Do they seem like they are? Do they seem military, or do they seem just like the people who were here?
Okay, I think that's a good question. Because there are it's perhaps better to describe them as body parts.
Mhm.
So let's have you roll to investigate using your observation expertise. So white and orange, green if you'd like it.
I think I would. Yeah, green sounds appropriate. That is a double six. One of them is on the green.
So stress automatically goes up by 1. Oh, look, everyone's on 4. Um, and that's a perfect outcome. So I can tell you that some of these bodies are not the victim. Oh, no, you asked me, were they all Marines? No,
Yeah.
there are body parts of civilians in among these.
So that there were people with training and guns who got ripped apart as well.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. So you get that for nothing. You have 2 questions and mark info.
Marking felt great. Um, Questions here. Um, does it does it seem like there is anywhere that does it seem like there's anywhere that the violence has not occurred that might be safer to go, like a direction where the gradient of violence is lower?
It feels like a bit of a last stand. It looks like
Mm,
people found themselves heading for this lift cluster. They weren't working, and then all hell broke loose.
mm.
Okay, so that's one question.
Um, so whatever attacked them is no longer here.
Do you
Does
want me
it?
to tell you why your stress went up?
Yeah.
Oh
Um,
man.
because it is clear that not all the bodies are here.
Hmm. Hmm.
There are what looks to be blood trails, maybe from non-fatal wounds, um, that go around the cluster to where someone or something has torn the access panel away and disappeared down the ladders to sublevel 3.
Down the ladders.
We
And
need to turn around and go to the spaceport.
when you get to the top of that ladder well, um, it does feel like somebody's left the heating on down there.
Hmm. Hmm.
So I say LT, and then I click off comms and sort of go near him so I can talk quietly. Say, sir, if this was some kind of UPP, a bioweapon, maybe contaminated water, I don't know what, and that guy's deputy got infected, then I don't want to be in a room with that guy. And so I'm pointing to Jenkins, the
Oh, oh,
right.
wow.
He was the colonial law
He
enforcement, right?
was. He was.
And he's still alive, right? Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
He's not the
Yeah, yeah,
deputy.
yeah.
So yeah, so that's what I say.
Get it together, Gibson. If he was going to explode like that guy did, he would have done it by now.
Oh, you're some kind of expert?
The
I'm
other
sorry,
guy,
sir.
the other guy was sick. He's fine. Come on,
Okay.
hold your
Okay.
nerve. We're
We're all
Marines. We're not
staring at
little
Jenkins now.
girls.
All right. This guy coughs the wrong way. He's done. You understand me? That's all I'll say.
Fine. That I can't say fairer than that.
All right, sir.
My second
Wow.
question, and I think I know the answer to it already. Does it does it still seem like it's a great idea to go down to the secure level?
Well, it depends how much your personal progress in the company
Mhm.
matters to you, Esther.
I mean, I can't progress in the company if I'm dead, but if
No risk, no reward.
yeah, so clearly, uh, whatever did this is down there. So if we are to have any chance of getting out of here alive, I think what we need to do is seal it in. I, if all these people couldn't do damage to it, I don't think we have a chance of fighting. So maybe if we, I don't know if you have demolitions or any other way, we just need to contain it, and then maybe we can hole up here on this level.
Are you saying this out loud?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, no, forget it. Fuck this. This is out of control now, and we are heading. Where is the war room, Alan?
It would be up on level 2 above ground.
All right.
So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 climbs up.
We're heading to the surface. Depending on what we see there, we may go to the war room to try and get that comms to the beanstalk, or we may just throw our lot in with the fates and get on the beanstalk. But we are not going down there, and we are not staying here.
I mean, we shouldn't go down there. Definitely, I agree. You're absolutely right. But we should, whatever did that is strong and fast. We should at least try to keep it from following us. If we can seal up those vents or blow
We don't even know what it is or whether trying to blow up this bit of the base would contain it. And I am not minded to waste time on it.
all those
If
things come out of that guy's chest. I mean, I'm sure there's more like it, right?
It was pretty
this
small
is
though.
this is not a discussion, Ms. Skye. We're getting out of here. You either come with us or you don't.
I mean, I guess I don't have a choice. Let's go.
Fucking A, sir.
Let's make double time.
Because he's become an object of suspicion, I've now added a picture of Captain Jenkins to the Faces and Places tab. Oh, sorry, rest of the squad tab. Beg your pardon.
Oh, he looks trustworthy.
I
He
can't
does, doesn't he?
Oh,
I
he's
can't
nice.
possibly shoot Connery. What's the, but yeah, that's a
Perfectly
good
fine.
that's a good.
Can we choose traits and make him suspicious?
Well, that's an interesting question. I think that probably sits with me.
Yeah.
I think he is determined,
That makes sense.
but I think he is becoming emotional because of what's happened to his deputy. And
Gibson's also very suspicious because we ran into those giant, like, egg sacks or whatever, and this guy was like, I'd never heard of these. So he's yeah.
Okay. Up we go. So into that same ladder well, but
Well, I'm gonna before we start moving, Lieutenant, if we're going up more than one level, should we get this elevator working? It's gonna be a lot quicker.
Yeah, you got a point. Let's 5 minutes. We're going to investigate the elevator, figure out whether we can fix it. I do not want to waste time trying to fix a broken thing that can't be fixed.
okay, let's have you, LT, roll to do something else using your machine's expertise. So white and orange, green if you want it.
If I roll a green,
Yeah,
it would be if I roll the highest on that green,
automatically up,
or, or if I roll a 6 on any of the dice.
and then there's a chance it goes up.
I'll roll it. At this point, what the hell? And I got a 6.
Well, 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 will you look at that? That's as good as it gets, LT, and it's not on the stress dice, which is great. So on a 6, do something else. You succeed brilliantly. Agree with the GM. What extra benefit you get? I think the extra benefit is going to be actually it's not as big a problem as anyone thought it was. It was just a panic that stopped them getting moving. Emergency power just hadn't been appropriately allocated. So it's literally tear off a panel, make a couple of connections, and the light comes on.
Nice.
So that's brilliant. Mark info.
Already done it.
Yeah. But then you hear something. Then just before you leave, you turn around and you notice you can hear something in that ladder well. That's why
The
you're
one we
going
just
to
came out of.
the one that you noticed bodies had disappeared down.
Oh yeah, that
Down
one.
deeper.
That one, which feels like the heating's been left on down there. So would you roll for stress, please, LT?
Yes, I will.
Alan, while he's doing that, I'm wondering, I kind of was thinking I was gonna try to do
Hang on, can I find out if stress goes up or
Oh
not?
yeah, sorry, go ahead.
It's gone
Yeah.
up.
Gone up. Okay. So the LT is now at 5 stress. I just want to make the point here because things can get nasty pretty quickly. If your stress reaches 6, you break. Either if circumstances allow you are taken, you are dead, or you lose it and become mine. And you create, you pick up one of the rest of the squad. It may be time for you to look very seriously at the manage stress tab. While the LT is looking at the manage stress tab, let me talk to Private Gibson. Private Gibson, what were we saying?
I was thinking while he was working on the elevator, I might try to do a little bit of the either the needs of the one or the backstory is always true. I was gonna mumble something about I think I know where there's some explosives. And I was gonna wander off. What I'm trying to do is get to one of my stashes. I need I need an upper. I need something to, to get me straight. I know I did this last time we played, but it was a different thing. So basically I was thinking I would do a classic horror movie or
Go off on
alien
your
sort
own.
of nonsense and go off
Now,
my own.
I mean, I don't think you're close enough to the barrack block here to
Oh,
be able
that's
to find
true.
your own stress.
It's
But I
it is
think
worth it's worth mentioning there's literally 2 medics right here that
that could give you some uppers.
yeah.
That's a good point. Um, yeah, maybe I'll do that instead. I don't know if it's actually going to help with my stress, but
Oh yeah, because there is managed stress. Self-medicate with drink or drugs.
oh yeah.
You
Okay.
will need access to a medical facility or a med kit, alcohol uppers downers, which will blah blah blah.
Yeah. Okay, then yeah, I'm gonna lean on uh what's their name again? Our
Live.
medic because Murph, yeah, so Liv.
Live.
Okay, so yeah, I'll
Yeah.
lean on Liv and I say, I'm good for it.
Well, let me look at you. And she kind of, fuck, you're freaking out. And she reaches the medic and goes, yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
and you're feeling fucking peachy?
Yeah.
Form
so
an,
the
form an
way this
orderly
works,
line.
seek relief from the horror. When the fiction allows and the GM agrees, immediately reduce stress by 1, gone. And then roll a d6 to discover the consequences of your action.
Yeah. Okay. All right, so I got a 5.
Okay, 4 plus, mark danger. That works for me. Thank you
Oh
very
no.
much. And it says mark danger. On a 6, did you roll a 6?
No, I got a 5.
Ah, damn. Because on a 6, it was really worth it. Reduce stress by 1 more.
Mm.
But mark danger. That noise in the shaft, it's definitely getting louder. Just so you know, that's what that danger represents. So, but the lift is now operating.
I think while it's going up, I'm gonna follow suit and take something out of my med kit as well.
Fair enough. Bear in mind that it will use up that option if it's a one and done from a med kit unless you search an area and find another med kit. So,
Okay.
so you're in the lift and you're going straight up to plus level 2. Is I think what I'm hearing, LT, where the war room is?
If we can do that without any further rolling, then I think that would be really good.
Well,
Um,
spending info would allow you to get out of the current scene into another scene at no cost other than the info.
Other than the info, but we're already in the lift. I fixed the lift. Why do I need to spend info?
Well,
There's a
maybe
vent
there's
on the
something
ceiling.
in the shaft.
There's nothing in the shaft. What are you talking about?
Okay, fine.
No, you're gonna make me spend info for there not to be something in the shaft. I
No,
don't want there to
no,
be something
You
in
don't
the
have
shaft.
to.
I'll happily make you flee for your life from that thing coming up the ladder shaft.
Oh, I see how this works now. Yeah, okay. Yeah, well, I've got a point of info, so that's. I feel like we're just staving this off, but
You know what? You know what? Maybe I'll drop a grenade down there
Nice.
before.
that's a
That's what
great
they're
idea.
for, right?
Yeah, let's do that thing. Fine.
Okay.
So
I pull the pin, let it cook a little bit, and then drop it.
and there's a boom, and we know that these aliens grenades are immensely powerful. So there's a big kind of up. But I think I do need you to make a roll for this just to see whether you damage something, for instance.
Sure.
So you get the white dice, you get the orange dice, you get the bonus dice, you can have
Okay.
the stress dice as well. But I do want a risk die.
Are
Just to
is this
check.
before we get in the lift, just to be clear on?
Yes.
Like
Yeah,
as
Well,
we're
this is, everyone else is in the lift. You're at the door, LT, keeping the door open, or maybe it's the Sarge, and Gibson kind of, yeah.
I rolled a 6 on every die, including risk.
Oh,
But
wow.
I didn't do stress though, so
You explode.
So on a 6, that goes brilliantly. You kill whatever was in that shaft.
okay.
Yeah. But I think also you see bits of strangely glossy body parts
Hmm.
blown up the shaft. Yeah.
Mm.
And you hear the hiss of acid eating into that ladder shaft. So there is a
Better the
problem
ladder
now
shaft
with
than the table.
using the emergency ladder shaft if you had to.
Okay.
Okay.
Awesome.
That's the downside. Um, and then you go to the lift. Now, is there anyone else who wants to use the journey up?
Yes.
Do I need to roll for my stress thing?
You do. You
Yep.
do. So you're gonna hit the med kit, certainly.
Yep.
Your own med kit. Yeah,
I
go
mean,
for
might
it.
as well. I've got
Reduce
So I get rid of one automatically, right?
automatically,
Okay.
and then you roll a d6.
I got a 5.
4 or 5. Mark danger.
More danger. Enjoy.
Thank you. That's kind of
It's the best.
and oops, Daisy, where's it gone? There you go. You rolled a 6, did you say?
No, 5.
No, sorry. I keep seeing those 6s.
We're just getting the worst
Unfortunately.
result every time. That's what we're doing.
LT, are you going to manage some stress or?
I sure am. Yeah, I would like to round on Esther, and I'm gonna give her both barrels and say, you fucking knew about this, didn't you? What else aren't you telling us? You corporates, you knew there was something down there, and you're gonna tell me what it is. So I'm gonna
I
verbally abuse someone.
You are. Reduce stress by 1 and roll a d6.
All right. 4.
4. On a 4 plus, if they're an NPC, mark danger. If they're a PC, they take it really badly. They say why they are so hurt by what has happened, and they roll for stress.
Oh no, it just goes back up. It's
Esther,
We're just pinging it back and forth. It's fine.
fine. Yeah.
what did you get, Esther?
6. My stress does go up.
Go up. Yeah, so the LT goes from 5 to 4. Esther goes from 4 to 5. Esther, what is your response to this?
Like, look, if I'm doing my job, I'm trying to get us someplace safe. You need to do your job, and you're doing a piss poor job of it. You, I don't know what you're getting paid, but it's too much. So just stop fucking up and just get us out of here.
So that
I'm washing my hands of this.
Are you pitching at behaving badly, or was that a look for a search for honest human contact?
Ooh,
What?
yeah, I think that's behaving badly as well. Yeah, I think I'm throwing it back at him.
Then do that thing. Reduce stress by 1. Roll a d6.
Right.
Alun, because I rolled a 6, I did the info and I rolled for stress,
Thank you.
and my stress went up, so I'm back up.
I'm rolling the green d6. Oops, rolling the green d6. And that is a spinning 6. What's it doing? It's a 1. Okay.
It's a 1. Okay. Behave badly. 1 to 3. Your inadequacy is clear to everyone. The other person pities you and you are ashamed. You cannot use your expertise until stress goes up again. So you'll find a little drop down where it says available. It's now not available. So
Cannot be used.
I will still come to you when your expertise is legitimate, but you won't get that orange dice until your stress goes back up.
Got it.
Yowza.
And that still dropped her stress, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay, got
It goes
it.
down by 1.
Right.
Yeah. So so everyone is on 4 apart from Murph, who's on 3. Okay.
Fine.
Level 2. War room level. Yeah. Doors open. And the entrance of the war room has clearly been barricaded LT. You can see what appear to be claw marks in the surface of the secure door.
I assume these are large claw marks, not in meeting with the tiny little thing we saw come out of somebody's body.
No.
And how long have we been gone? Like 6 to 8 hours or something?
6 to 8 hours ago, you got the recall. Yeah.
Okay.
Now probably nearer 10 hours now.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah, this hit the shit pretty quickly, didn't it?
I say, LT, I got to tell you, the chunks that came up out of that shaft were big, like big bugs. I don't think these are a bunch of little fucking snakes. This is something real.
Got it, Gibson. Thanks for the tip.
Yeah. Gibson thinks that's very useful information.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, everyone's really pleased with that.
Everybody rolls for stress.
Don't
Let's is there a way to call into the room? Is there like a little comm or something?
Yeah, why not? Yeah.
All right. Let's see if there's anybody in there.
Who is this? Comes a female voice.
This is whoever the hell I am. This is Lieutenant Cain.
Cain?
Name of our squad.
Yeah. Yeah, Cain. This is Major Hatfield. I'm holed up in here. And all hell is breaking loose out there. The last sit rep I got from any of our outliers was UPP are on the ground. But there's some strange fucking shit going on here.
I say, hey, can you just let us in already?
Who's that?
It doesn't matter. Just let us in, buddy. This is Private Gibson.
Oh, Gibson, I know you. You were up on a charge in front of me.
Yeah, whatever, man. Open the fucking door.
Yeah, there is a problem with that. I have sealed it and welded it shut.
All right, Major, listen. Hell is continuing to break loose out here. We are going to head to the beanstalk unless you tell us that the other end is not secure.
That's an interesting question, isn't it? Yeah. I think that you hear in the background a very calm voice that says, Major, based on observations, there is a risk that these people are infected. I strongly advise against contact.
I
You
didn't say
recognize,
anything about contact, you cold-blooded
you hear that
expletive.
LT, you recognize the voice of the commanding officer's
Pet
liaison
robot.
with Borgia,
Hmm.
Mr. Davy. There, so yeah.
Davy, it's me, Esther. I don't know if we've met properly or not, but I can assure
Um,
you that none of these men are infected.
Miss Skye. Yes, I think I recall your personnel file. What can I do for you?
I can personally attest that none of these men or myself are infected. We've seen how it happens, and we've managed to avoid that thus far.
Look, Davy, the door is welded shut, so you don't need to worry about any infection in any case. We want to know whether the beanstalk is safe. Major, can you give us some info on that, please?
Um, I can and I can't, LT, Lieutenant. The beanstalk has not been attacked. I cannot tell you whether the UPP are in possession of either the base station or the orbital one.
LT,
The
recommend we
last
leave these
hang on,
guys.
and the last sit rep I got suggested that the Saratoga, one of our cruisers, was docked at the upper end of the beanstalk for final evac. I have decided that if the UPP take possession of Nebraska, I will initiate a self-destruct.
Understood, Major. Good luck. And
Thank
I'd rather
you,
take my chances with
Lieutenant.
the UPP than whatever those fucking things are.
Exactly.
I make sure I turn the comm off before turning around and going, that's a
Like as
very
soon as you click
interesting
it off,
point.
that's when yeah.
Yeah.
That's a very interesting point, Murphy. Look,
Go on.
at this point, we seem to be caught between the jaws of the UPP and whatever the hell it is that ripped those men apart. I say
Whatever Borgia's doing down there.
the other end of that
Looks at Esther.
beanstalk, only one of those jaws exists, if that. Who says we're going to the beanstalk?
So I start heading towards the beanstalk.
Yeah, we're going.
All right.
That does
Chain of
require
command is
you.
breaking down.
That does require you to go down a couple of floors to the ground floor, or
Well,
what I would call the ground floor. You may call it something else.
Mhm.
this
We always
spend
have this
info to
problem.
get from one thing to
Oh
another.
yes,
Like,
yes,
is
yes,
it
yes.
one? What is it? One per floor? Is that how it works?
I would be prepared to consider that option. Yeah.
Could we not find like one of those chutes that you kind of drop things through and we just slide down and land at the bottom of the beanstalk?
Oh, there are some laundry chutes in the barrack buildings if you want to head back that way.
I don't know. Could I spend one info to just get there?
You can find one info to find a not obvious route from where you are now down to level 1. And then you can spend
Level one.
another info to get from level 1 to level 0.
The beanstalk is on the level 0.
Technically, the beanstalk is on sub-level 1, but there is a ramp access from the ground level down to the beanstalk access.
All right. Who's got info? Let's club together here. We can just make a really long laundry chute.
Who wants to spend some info to get from here down to, rather than using the lifts, for instance?
But yeah, the lift's still functional.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Maybe this is fine. Maybe we just do the lifts.
Yeah. Let's do the lift.
Probably
Okay.
fine.
All right. I was
Until
overthinking
it becomes a problem.
Yeah. Yeah. Then we'll find the laundry chute in the lift, maybe.
There you go. Job's a good one. Fine. I'm going to mark 2 danger. One for getting all the way down to sub-level 2, and then another one for coming all the way up to the war room level. This moves danger from passive to active. The hive is now aware. Perhaps it was the grade. I don't know. But the hive is now aware that there is a credible threat out there. So they are going to be perhaps more numerous or aware. There may be patrols, considering whether there is a useful resource for the hive out there. But I would suggest we take our last break. It's only 4 minutes, but is that long enough just to breathe twice to 5 past the hour?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
We come back after that final commercial break to find the squad and Marshal Jenkins emerging from the lift on the ground floor of the central block into a large atrium. And the front of this atrium was glass. That is gone. The bombardment has taken that out. It gives you your first real look out at the inside of Nebraska. And it is a wreck. Clearly, orbital bombardment's done a lot of damage here. But what you will notice is that there is a UPP dropship in that large courtyard space. You know, it must be half a mile across. And several others are just landing. So it looks like the UPP have judged that the base is now prime for occupation.
Let 'em
As
have
I
it.
think, as I think I said, the beanstalk is based in here. There's a large kind of enormous concrete pillar running up the middle of this block. You can see it on the, you know, there's the smashed open window in front of you and this structure in front, but there is a spiraling ramp around the edge of it going down to the what is called the personnel level of the beanstalk. The beanstalk has three, as each carriage has 3 decks in effect: personnel, cargo, cargo. Yeah.
What's the relationship between Borgia and the UPP?
You are registered within the United Americas, so not necessarily very good.
Mm-hmm.
Unless above your pay grade, maybe. Well, have you got any info to spend?
I do. Yeah.
Do you want to tell me whether you want to spend that info to tell us something that none of us, the rest of us, knew?
Let me think about it. There's something brewing. I'm not sure what it is yet.
Okay. Private Gibson, you know that you owe the company a debt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There is a way that you think that you could get the company off your back. And that would be if you could retrieve anything of that you think is of value to them, to the company.
Mm-hmm.
Just reminding you of that debt.
Right. Although there's nothing super handy unless I think I could get them this bioweapon.
Well,
Or what
I
I think is a
will
bioweapon.
remind you that Murph has some samples from the Marshall station in his med kit.
Oh, right.
Just saying. Didn't want you to have forgotten that.
Yeah. Okay. So,
Okay.
all right, I'm gonna keep an eye on that then. I'm not gonna make a move yet, but yeah, that makes sense.
So, Sergeant Benson looks to you, LT, and looks at the ramp as if wanting the go-ahead to get the squad moving down the ramp towards
Right,
the
so
personnel deck.
which is the entrance to the beanstalk, right? I've understood that correctly.
It's the entrance to the top deck of the carriage that runs up and down the beanstalk.
Yeah, I mean, I give the okay. That is the plan.
Okay, Marines, let's hustle.
I'm waiting for us all to be eaten as we go in, but you know.
Alan, I have one more use of my grenades, right?
Yes.
Okay.
That's a worrying question.
Yeah, exactly. That's a concern. So down the ramp you go. It takes a couple of turns. Clearly, it's for wheeling luggage and stuff up and down for personnel. But you come down into the personnel loading area of the beanstalk, and there is a carriage sitting there. You can see the personnel level. The 2 cargo deck levels will be below it. What do you do? Benson is kind of, again, hustle, hustle, hustle. Takes a bit of tinkering with the door, though. Murph, can you contact this secure door open?
I absolutely can. Not even a problem.
So let's have you roll white, orange, and green if you'd like it, and mark another use of your data, your pad.
You?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. I'll hold off on more stress for now. I got a 5.
Okay, so on a 5, this goes well. It works. No pluses, no minuses. You've opened the personnel. It amounts to an airlock, I guess. And you're in the airlock, and beyond that, you're into the passenger area. It's clear this has done a couple of runs up and down the beanstalk during this evacuation cycle, because there's evidence of discarded luggage, though you can't take that, around the door, and signs of perhaps more people than it was designed for being squeezed in. But it appears to be empty. So it was sent down empty by the look of it. Make yourself
Hey,
comfortable.
should someone clear the cargo pods and make sure we don't have any passengers?
Delivered perfectly.
Yeah. How do we open these things?
Well, there is a kind of reserved for crew door that may presumably has a staircase or other means of getting down to the cargo levels. There's also a cocktail bar and all kinds of stuff in
Look,
here.
hold on a second. Can we close the doors to the whole thing so that
Yes.
we don't get more passengers while we're looking for the passengers?
That makes sense. So Murph secures the personnel level entry. But Murph, when you close it, you do notice there's a problem. And I'm going to spend one of my dangers to declare that problem. There are 3 lights. Yours was red, and now when you close the door goes green. One of the second light is green, the third light is red. That suggests to you that one of the cargo access doors is open. You are unlikely to get this thing to move until all the decks are secure.
Any chance I can just close it from here?
No, because safety protocols require eyes on from the crew.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I think I'll weave that into like when I kind of make that mention of like we should probably clear the cargo levels. Oh, by the way, the second level has apparently its door is open.
All right.
I'll volunteer to go make sure that the other level is sealed.
Yeah, I want one man on each of the doors that are working to make sure we don't get any unwelcome visitors. I want one team sweeping the cargo decks for any unwelcome visitors, and I will lead the team going down to fix the doors, whatever the hell is wrong with them. And then we're getting out of here.
That's machines.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I love machines. This is all I do. I wish I had never been promoted. This is the worst.
So what I'm suggesting is that the 4 of you are going to go down. Esther, what are you feeling about that?
I mean, I feel like I should stay here and make sure the command deck is secure while you're doing that, right?
Make sure the cocktail machine is working.
Exactly. Yeah.
Have a train.
I mean, it hasn't occurred to you before now, but of course there is a crew level above the passenger level. So there is that, this thing is controlled from up there. So I guess I'm going to suggest that Sergeant Benson and Colby hold the passenger level. Maybe Esther, you need to check out the crew level,
Yeah, I can do that. Yeah.
and then the three of you can go down, sweep and clear level 2, and then go down, sweep and clear level 3, and as if by magic, close the door.
Yeah, easy.
Easy peasy.
Easy peasy.
Okay. Is there
Okay.
anyone to go up with Esther?
Jenkins.
Jenkins could go with Esther. That's true.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
great idea.
I
Yeah.
say,
Idea.
I pull her aside real quick. I say, "Are you armed?"
I have a sidearm. Yeah.
Okay.
I won't need it though, right?
Well, if that guy starts getting the sniffles, then and then I head out.
Yeah, and over your
Dot,
shoulder
dot, dot.
we see Jenkins going on with shotgun. So yeah, so
I,
LT.
yeah, I would like to prioritize getting that door closed. It feels really stupid to me to sweep those two levels with an open door. So I
Start at
suggest
the
we
bottom.
get to the door, close it, and then do the systematic sweep. Maybe we're locked in with a monster, but that's
So behind that crew access only door is a spiral staircase that goes up and goes down. So who's on point, LT?
it's our favorite Private Gibson. He's the best at it.
He's our partner.
And it's a tight spiral. So Gibson, there's a slight clank as you make your way down these metal steps, followed by Murph in case you come across a door that needs to be, any electronics need to be hacked. Then the LT, and then we see Esther and the Marshal, who insists on going first.
Of
Esther,
course.
this is Connery we're talking about. I just don't be locked on that floor with him. Um, up the spiral, um, to the control deck. Let's go to Gibson. The spiral staircase carries on down, but there is the access door to cargo level 1. What do we see you doing, Gibson?
So yeah, I mean, I again, I'm kind of overloaded a little bit gear wise, so I'm not worrying about being quiet. I'm just trying to sort of haul ass down. So mostly I'm just kind of tottering on these stairs, just trying to keep my balance as I go down as fast as possible. So for once, I'm not like being cautious here.
Fair enough. Um, and you come to the door, and there's a kind of open closed, just like, 2 arrows that way, 2 arrows that way. Hit the open door, and it opens onto cargo level 1. Yeah.
Okay. And
Uh,
I'm scanning, I'm checking corners.
Packed with equipment and baggage from where you're standing. You'd have to get out and kind of have a look round because they're stacked in and tied down, floor to ceiling.
Okay. And so the door, presumably the open door, is sort of on the other side of all this stuff, right?
On cargo level 1, that
We need to
door
go
is
down one
already
more.
closed. You have to go down again,
Oh,
leaving
okay, okay. So
this unswept as the LT has described.
I think LT's right. So for once, so I'm gonna go down again. I
Okay.
say, visual clear. Who knows? And then I keep going.
And close the door behind you, perhaps.
Yeah.
So you go down to the cargo level 2, and again hit the open. Murph is just a quarter turn behind you. The LT's half a turn behind you, and it opens. And I think the first thing I would tell you without making you roll, Gibson, is that it stinks in here.
Okay. I close it. This isn't the one with the door, right? Or with the open door, right?
This is
So,
the
There's
one
only
with the
the
open
two.
door.
oh, it is. Oh no. Okay. So I say LT, we got bugs, and I'm gonna get ready with a grenade.
Now, I would warn you, a grenade in the bottom level of
Oh
In
yeah.
enclosed
the
space.
beanstalk car
All right, that's true.
may be a
So,
rather non-specific solution to the problem.
all
Oh,
right.
I've got a question about the construction of the whole
Okay,
carriage.
yeah.
Is there any chance that they can separate? Can we just
Oh, that's
detach
an
from the cargo
ooh,
pods and just fuck
is
off?
isn't that interesting? Esther, we cut to you and
Oh
Jenkins up on the
no.
control deck.
Oh
Mhm.
no.
Um, uh, there is nobody here. It looks like it's been running on autopilot.
Oh, fantastic.
The crew is not here. There is some signs that some passengers have been crammed in up here. Um, what, you have a window on the world to an extent. You can see you can see out. Uh, there's a concrete shaft that you're going to run up. There's a beanstalk in the middle. Uh, what do you want to do?
So if it's running on autopilot, we shouldn't have to manually do anything up here. Is there I can see the drop ships and whatnot from here, right? Are
No,
they
you can't because you're
okay?
inside the central block.
Oh, so there's not a
You're
window.
level with level two, but
Okay.
you know,
Um,
but you can only assume that
right,
the
right.
UPP troops are incoming, sweeping
Yeah.
and clearing the building.
If there's like a comms or something, I'll like present like it looks clear up here, but we gotta go. We're TikTok.
Gibson, you're at the door to cargo level two. The door that you would need to close is on the opposite side of this space, probably 20 paces away. These are
Hmm.
big cars.
Is it dark or is it alien style flashing lights?
I'm very happy for there to be flashing lights at this
Got it.
point.
It's
Yeah,
got to
because
happen.
it's gonna happen.
Uh, that's my wife's biggest complaint about those movies. She can't handle the
The
flashing
flash.
lights. So okay, so then I'm gonna wait till everyone's here
Well, they're
and
as close as they can be in this tight
oh, that's right.
spiral.
So so I say we're breaching and I move in.
Okay, and in standard practice, you go right, number two goes left, number three takes center. And so the door opens, and all three of you are with your back to this staircase up. You can see obstructing your view in the middle of this is the vast beanstalk housing where the cable runs. This is like a mint with a hole in it running up and down this thing. Um, and on the other side of that is the door that's indicating open. LT, what do you do?
This smell you mentioned,
Yeah.
it, there's no sign of any bugs or what have you. So,
Well,
right?
as I say, it's packed with cargo, with a number of kind of ways through towards
Classic.
that door on the other side.
Yeah, fine. Okay. Well, we're gonna die anyway, so I may as well just get on with it. I think it's time to go and fix that door. That's why we came here. Stay on task. I'm heading towards the door.
LT leads you
But
around the central shaft.
I do have a question about that. You said the grenades would be a non-specific solution. I presume the beanstalk itself is far too tough for grenades to destroy it,
I think it's
correct?
highly unlikely. Yeah, I think the problem might be whether you blow out any of the, you weaken the structure of the carriage.
Okay.
But that who knows? Um,
Sure, fine.
okay, so the LT, is everyone following the LT, or are you finding different ways to get to the far side?
I'm
Oh
gonna
God,
move.
stay on me, please.
Yeah, I'm staying close to Murph.
Okay, so
Yeah,
you and Murph are behind the LT as the LT leads you around the central shaft.
yep.
Um,
Is it
and
just the three of us, or have we got another Marine with us?
We got
no,
any of
no,
the NPCs?
no, the medic and sergeant and heavy weapons are holding the personnel access just in case the UPP try to get in.
Yeah, fine. That
And
makes sense.
Jenkins and Esther are up on the control deck. Um, and it becomes clear what the smell is. It's coming from some fluid on the floor. It's fluid that appears to have come from a glass-sided cylindrical. um, containment that
Just
has
just from
broken.
the odor and having a background as a medic, like is this something? Have any idea? Like, oh, that smells like biological waste. I don't know.
Roll
Can I just
expertise. You
actually?
have it.
Can I just spend some info? I've got an
Oh yeah,
info.
you can. You can spend some
I'll just do
info,
that. I'll just spend
and
an
as
info.
if by magic, I can tell you that this does smell like some kind of biological maintenance fluid, but it's not the kind of thing that, for instance, one would use for to store regrown organs or stuff like that.
Yeah, so it's definitely something. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Um, and then Gibson, uh, who's bringing up the rear because Murph has just hustled forward to look at this thing. You
Yeah,
hear
I'm probably
some.
getting distracted by checking it out too.
Yeah, exactly. Gibson, you hear a skittering behind you. What do
Okay.
you do?
I turn and get ready to shoot. I say contact rear and I turn.
Esther, what do you do when something flies toward Jenkins's face?
Get out of the way.
Um, so what is happening is that um, a face hugger
Mhm.
has leapt from some location on the control deck and leapt at Jenkins. It says only PCs with fitness, cowardice, or deadly. I don't think that applies to you, does it?
No.
Get to to act first. If this is your first encounter with one, roll for stress, please, Esther.
Does the other alien count, or is it just the chest or the face
This
hugger?
is your first encounter with a face hugger.
Got it, got it. Let's roll for stress. A 4 should be fine, I think. Yep.
Yeah. Every time you encounter one, roll a d6 to see what it does.
Let's see. A 1.
A 1. It leaps at your face. I
Oh
said
no.
it leapt at Jenkins's face. Um, he drops whatever he's carrying
Mm-hmm.
to try to hold it off, and he's kind of holding it here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So he drops his shotgun, right?
He
Is that
He
drops
what
his
he
drops the
did?
shotgun. Of
shotgun.
course, he
Yeah.
drops his shotgun. Yeah.
Yep.
He's trying to hold it away, and the tail is trying to sneak around his neck. What do
Yeah.
you do, Esther?
I take his shotgun and
Okay, you pick up his shotgun. We cut
yeah,
back to
yeah.
cargo level 2. Gibson, click. Something in among these stacked piles of cargo is just moving.
I shoot it.
You can't see it. You can hear something moving in among these. You'll
Oh,
have to
okay, so
go
I
and
can't.
investigate where the sound's coming from.
I can only
Something
hear
in
it.
there.
Okay. So I'm not going to investigate. I'm going to stick with Murph. I'm waiting for it to sort of charge.
Okay.
I
Um,
assume it's one of these big bugs.
LT, Murph's fascinated by this. You've moved on round. There are another 5 of these. 3 of them are smashed. 2 of them contain a strange multi-legged creature, which seems to be just sitting there in the fluid. What do you want to do, LT?
Roll my eyes and go, I fucking knew it. Fucking corporates.
But you are in a position now where you can see if you go past these, you will get to the door which is jammed open.
Yeah, well, that's what we're doing. Forget whatever's in these glass jars. Nothing can go wrong here. We know that.
What it's jammed by is the body of a scientist
Huh.
and a larger container, which has a large fleshy bag in it, maybe this high by this wide. And the door kind of going,
Okay.
and it's making a crack in the surface of the glass container.
This
We cut
container.
back. We cut back to Esther. Esther, you've grabbed the shotgun. He's kind of trying to hold it away from his face. What do you do?
I consider for a moment and then bash him in the stomach with the butt of the shotgun, hopefully making him let go enough that it can get on his face.
Oh, damn.
Oh
He
man.
struggles for a while. The thing wraps around his neck, and then he kind of goes, "Ugh," and he collapses on the deck.
Like I keep the shotgun on it just to make sure it doesn't
Okay,
keep
okay.
going, and then like look around
Um,
like,
Gibson,
Oh
oh,
man.
you've backed up against Murph, and I think you're probably saying something like, "Murph, can you get the fuck out the way?"
Yeah. Yeah. I say move it, private. Or, sorry, move it, corporal.
I mean, I'm probably up and looking around too. Like as soon as he's like contact rear, then
Yeah. So
like
the LT has stopped just ahead of you, and as you come up to him, you go past these two face huggers that are still in there, still
Mm.
just hanging there like this.
right.
And of course, Murph, you have to kind of have a look at it, and it goes,
Yeah,
so we know it's
yeah.
alive.
Ding, ding, ding,
I'm
ding,
just
ding, ding, ding.
doing fan service now.
Yeah.
Um, and you come up to the LT shoulder, and you can see this door going, and there's a much bigger container with this ovoid, one might almost say egg-shaped sack
Right.
inside
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Yeah. And you're going to need to get that out the way in order to get this door to close.
I say, sirs, if you work on that, I will cover.
Good call. Let's do it. How movable is this glass thing? Is this
You need to stop the door and then kind of maneuver it out and get rid of the body that's currently trying to get it in and has now kind of failed.
I mean, I suppose we can't just stick a foot in the door.
I think that given that this is meant to travel to orbit, probably not.
Okay. So I need to do some machining, right?
You do need to do some machining, LT. So
Can
white and
I
orange. Oh, go on, Gibbs.
can I spend an info? I was thinking maybe I'll just toss him my key or basically something that lets us just automatically
Oh,
stop it.
I think it's probably fair for the LT's marine officer to work on this when I think about
Hmm.
it. It's Borgia structure, but I think you will have been able to access the beanstalk. So LT, you can just put your card in the slot and it will stop it open.
Hey,
Superb.
LT, I've got a different idea.
Well, I think that's the idea we've gone with, unless you LT, do you?
Well, yeah, I was just gonna do it unless you're getting in the way of me doing it.
I'm not trying to stop you, but I'm going to point out that, like you said, these doors are meant for orbital space, and if there's one thing these doors are going to be designed to do, is to shut no matter what. So if
Hmm.
you engage their emergency failsafe, it's going to go right through that guy.
Yeah, I thought of that already. That thing's made out of acid, as I recall. If it looks like the thing we saw before.
Oh, the egg. We haven't seen the egg, but it's a fair
Well,
assumption.
we saw a fleshy sack that
You
burst
did.
all over our APC,
Oh,
and it was bad
that's true.
news.
That probably was a broken egg. Fair enough. Just kick
Yeah.
it out of the way.
So you lock the door to open, but you can see star-shaped breaks in the side of this container. Um, just saying.
Beat up
Um,
the door.
Gibson, what do you do when that skittering gets closer?
I'm I'm waiting, but if anything, if I feel like if I even get like a lock on it just by sound, I will fire some like
Fine.
suppressive kind of rounds. But yeah, I'm not waiting too long.
A thing comes round this corner of a stack of luggage. You have deadly, so you can act first. Do you want to
Okay,
shoot it?
sure do.
Go on.
I have to shoot it
That's
a
white,
bunch.
orange, and stress if you want it. It's too far away to be an acid risk, so there's no risk yet.
Okay. All right, I got a 5 with my bonus, so that saved me.
Yeah, so that's fine. Bang, whoosh, and it does spray acid over the luggage, but that's going to absorb most of that
Hmm.
acid, so it's not going to drop through the bottom of the deck. It does, but I don't think you have an acid problem.
Got it.
Um, so, Cain, door is open, thing is there. Uh, do you go for the body first? Star
No,
shape
removing the egg as
cracks.
quickly as possible.
Yeah.
Murphy, help me with this.
Got it.
Do either
Gibson, keep your eyes peeled. There's two more of those things out there.
does Murph or Cain? Do either of you have fitness?
No.
No. Okay. So that would be the expertise at play here to shift it in a hurry. So it's just the white dice. I will give you the bonus dice, LT, because you've got Murph helping you. So
Nice.
white and grey, stress if you want it.
White, grey. Stress if I want it. Oh, sod it. Yeah, I want it. And that is 2 6s and a 5.
Wow, look at that. If only totals mattered. The
Yeah,
six
if
is on the
only.
stress dice, so stress goes up by 1. Congratulations. But that's the perfect outcome. No delay. There is no damage to the doors. The body's not an obstacle. It goes perfectly. And door closes. Cargo deck 2 is now secure and ready for launch. And I think up on control,
Mhm.
you're covering the unconscious Jenkins.
Yep.
But we'll see on a panel ahead of you, crew deck, green, passenger deck, green, cargo level 1, green, cargo level 2, red, green.
Great. I'm going to hit the launch button
Oh,
and
Jesus.
let's go.
How many G's is this going to be?
I mean, the nice thing about a beanstalk is that it can be relatively comfortable because it's not under its own power to escape gravity. It's just following its magnetic track upwards. So there is a clear sense of movement. And through the port in the airlock doors on each level, you'd be able to see. And I think probably on the passenger deck, the Sarge and your heavy weapons guy were getting nervous because they can see a squad of UPP troops coming down the ramp to the level, and then they disappear from view. So Esther, you're on control level.
Mhm.
Cain, Gibson, Murph, you're down at the bottom of this thing. I will note, Esther, that you get a communication.
Yeah.
Um, and the comms say, "This is Davy. Um, my camera surveillance suggests, Miss Skye, that you are in control of the beanstalk.
You are correct.
Please input the following code." We cut back to cargo level 2. LT Murph Gibson, who's heading back to the spiral staircase first?
LT, I think we got to deal with these. I'm pointing at the 2 we can see. Yeah, because Gibson just killed one, right?
Yep, he
But
killed
there's
one.
2 that are.
There were 3 cracked, kind of open canisters,
Right.
2 occupied. You've
So there's
killed
2
one.
more crawling around here somewhere.
Yep.
And then there's these 2. We can't.
Has Esther let us know that there was one up there?
No.
I haven't heard her say that. No.
No.
Obviously
No,
not.
I didn't think so. Okay.
So as far as we know, there's 2 more
There's
loose
2.
here or the upper level. Like,
Yeah, and sadly, Jenkins is not on the same comms loop as the rest of the squad, is he?
I did say he was. Gibson did say he was infected, just not when.
Yeah.
But yes. So
called it.
Are
Yeah,
these
sorry, go ahead.
spiral staircases the only way between levels?
Yes.
And there's only one per level?
There's one spiral staircase that goes up the entire. It's kind of a cylinder in the side of the main deck. So yeah, it goes all the way up and all the way down.
All right, this is going to be ridiculous, but we got a while. This is going to take a while to get into orbit. We need to use the whole squad. We are going to have somebody monitoring the stairs. We are going to systematically sweep each level.
I'm gonna spend a danger and hear a scream from up the spiral staircase from the passenger level, or maybe a "fuck, what's that?" Brah! And a short burst of automatic weapons fire.
Oh, there's another one.
That's down to 1. Let's get up there.
Yeah.
Should we? I'm looking at the 2 here. Like, are there glass cases? Like, do they look cracked at all? The 2 that are still.
Let's have you roll to investigate. Murph,
Cool, I'll do
let's
that.
get you
Yeah.
up close and personal with
Because
these.
I did get curious to check them out, so I'll
You
do that.
did, you did. So
Yeah.
white and orange, green if you want it.
Yeah, I can see this stressing me out, so why not? That sounds like fun. Got a 6.
Got a 6.
So
Wow,
I'm
this
gonna
goes
have a little stress
perfectly.
anyway.
I think I can tell you that they are not currently
Oh, more stress.
cracked. Yeah. And got a 6,
Yeah.
gain an
Yep.
info. I think I heard you say you'd roll for stress and it goes up by 1. Did I
Yep.
hear that right?
Yep,
Fine.
that is all correct.
Okay. So
LT, I think we should we shouldn't just leave these here, right? They're
Sorry, you
contained
saying
for now.
we should or we shouldn't?
I don't think we should. I think we should put a couple bullets in them. Or a
Yeah,
bunch.
like I'm a little bit on the fence about this because of the acid. I've just got this bad feeling about
Yeah.
acid fucking everything up, but I think it's better that than get face hugged. So yeah, we better do it.
Can you just
Maybe
get rid of the juice in there and they'll just die?
I mean,
that would be a machine's action to try and drain
those
the
other
juice.
ones, they got out. There wasn't any juice, so I'm thinking that's not how it works.
I don't think it's helping. Yeah.
This acid is real heavy shit, guys.
Well, how about instead of obliterating it with your giant rifle, you got a handgun? Just one hole instead of 50?
I don't have a handgun, no.
Might be less acid that way.
I don't have the rank for a handgun.
All right.
There's a handgun up in control.
Look, we're going to
right.
have to shoot these things if we want to survive this journey. So let's
We just
just
risk
do
it.
it.
I'm
Sir,
going to assume that
sir.
you are going to take as many precautions as you can. You're going to line up a fire so when the bullet goes through this creature, it hits a pile of luggage on the other side or the
Yeah.
central, titanium shaft that in the middle of which the beanstalk
Yeah,
sits.
not the outer hole.
No. Exactly. Seeking
Yeah.
to avoid that at all costs.
Yeah.
Correct.
Who's more likely? Who's your marksman?
It's got to be Gibson, right?
Hey,
Gibson's the
PFC
best.
Gibson.
I guess it's me. Fine. All right. Under
Good luck,
protest.
Gibson. We're just going to stand over here, okay?
Yeah. All right.
So all 3.
Okay.
And
yeah.
the stress if you want it.
Oh, right. Sorry. Okay. No, I'm not doing stress for this. Sorry. Okay. Oh, 6.
6. This
Oh,
goes perfectly.
All right, so I'll roll for stress.
Exactly so.
Okay. It's time
Always
to
gets you in the end. Stress goes up by 1, but you also gain an info. And that's 6. I'm going to suggest that the benefit is that you take both of them out.
Sure.
Nice.
Yeah. Fine.
Yep.
Nice and clean.
There is acid kind of strands of it wafting through that through the fluid. But fluid is leaking out the hole, but you win some, you lose some.
So here's a question. Could I use info to get the hell out of here? Now, the only way I can think to do that is by like abandoning these guys. I mean, I don't think there's like a magical tunnel through the cargo. So I'm trying to figure out how I could use it to get us or just me out of here.
There's flee for your life.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I guess I'll wait. I'll say, what's next, boss?
Let's get up and check the others. I didn't like that sound.
And so you're going straight up to the passenger level?
Yeah.
Esther, what are you doing?
I would like to do 2 things. First, it sounds like I've put others at risk because of my background, so
I think you have.
I'll take my expertise back for that. I would also like to spend my info to make my current location secure.
Fine. You're on the crew level where the locking overrides sit.
Yeah. We don't want anyone hijacking the beanstalk. So
you can secure so I mean, yeah, you can secure the space you are currently in.
yeah,
It will not be easy to get in there with you.
yeah,
And there will be a delay for you to get out.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, uh, LT, are you going straight up to the passenger level where you heard the scream and the shot?
Yes.
Yeah. And you will find Liv, your medic, uh, on the ground unconscious, while Sergeant Bergen is about to cut the tail that's strangling her.
I mean, as far as we know, that's a great idea.
It is.
Oh, wait. No, acid.
So, LT, authority, can you stop the Sarge from doing the obvious thing here?
Yeah, I bet I can. But my stress level is currently 5.
Ooh, so
Is there
what do
any
you want to
chance
do?
that I can get my stress down by abusing him while I tell him to stop that?
You can
that's amazing.
abuse Sergeant Benson anytime you like.
Well, I want to
It's
abuse
called the
him.
chain of command.
I'm going to abusively tell him to stop.
Yeah, we'll combine the two. So
Amazing.
you reduce stress by 1, and then let's have you roll the dice for the effectiveness of stopping him and do it,
Yep.
and then we'll deal with any side effects of that.
So
Okay?
that is expertise plus white plus stress if I want it, right?
If you want it, of course. Always there if you want it, LT.
I mean, I think it's hilarious if he gets acided, so I'm fine with not rolling stress at this point.
But it might kill our medic.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's fine. We don't need her anymore. I got a 4 anyway.
Okay, so without the stress dice, was that?
That was without rolling the stress dice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so on a 4, she's got the combat knife around, here, about to pull it, and you've stopped her by abusing her. So stress went down by 1, but now roll a d6 to see what the effect of all this is. The consequence of your abuse of the sergeant rather than just, ordering her.
Oh, yeah, she's an NPC. Oh well. I prefer to abuse PCs if I can. I get a 5.
A 5. On a 5, and their NPC mark danger. Ooh, danger. Okay.
Yeah.
Esther, you've secured the deck.
hmm
Gibson, Murph, Cain.
And I assume I've put in the code that I've been given as well.
Oh, you have. You
Oh
have.
no.
And you notice there's a broadcast. You don't know what it's saying, but the cab is broadcasting. The carriage is broadcasting. Down on the passenger deck, Liv is in trouble. The 3 of you are there with Cole, who tried to kill it with his heavy weapon. You are seeing a slow leak as you clear the because it's slightly overpressured in here. You're still in atmosphere, but there is a slow leak from the passenger level.
To clarify, you mean atmosphere outside is getting in or the other way around, probably.
The inside of the carriage is kept at a slight overpressure.
So we're losing air.
You're losing air.
Can I use
Very slowly.
Can I use info to find a vac suit?
You can. There are a couple of not very discreet kind of cabinets round the walls where there is an emergency vac suit for every potential passenger.
Okay.
A whole bunch of them.
So there you go.
They're time limited, but doable.
Right. Look, those are the backstop. Yeah, we're not. Let's get the leak plugged. If
I'm
we
not
can.
listening to him. I'm suiting up.
Yeah, sure thing, LT. Snap.
God damn it, Gibson Murphy! What the hell?
No,
Don't
I'm
make
not.
me
I'm-
abuse
I'm-
you to get
I'm-
my stress down.
You
I'm looking
can
for
if you'd
the-
like.
I'm looking for
It
the
might
leak.
kill me, literally.
So
but that's
LT,
fine.
I think it's probably machines to fix a leaking what's about to become a spaceship.
Is it okay? Great. I love machines. I've
So
often
white and
remarked.
orange, green if you'd like it.
It's white and orange. This is to save everybody's lives, right? So I guess I better
Because the
roll.
trouble with low G reaching orbit is it can take hours, not minutes.
Yeah,
A
yeah.
long trip.
We got plenty of time to put those suits on, guys. So I don't know what you're rushing about. I'm rolling it. I'm rolling with stress.
Okay,
I got a 5. And I didn't get the max on stress either, so that's amazing.
that's a win-win, isn't it? So yeah, you kind of tear open the open in the case of emergency, and there's a sealant kit. So you bang it on, you spray it over. Job's a good one, LT. Well done. Esther is still upstairs with Jenkins.
Yeah, but that's fine, right? Nothing's going on at there, so
What do we do
Right.
about that? And I'm pointing to like Liv with a thing on her face. Should we just
Should we just?
yes,
should we
I think we
just
should just, yeah. I'm afraid so.
I think LT, if you go with this, I think the sergeant is going to be really pissed that, what's that thing about no Marine left behind, LT?
Well, we could put her in a suit and hope for the best. Maybe somebody will have a cure.
what? And then we get more of those fucking things?
Look,
You
we
want
all
to
saw
kill
what
her?
happened to whatever his name was, the deputy.
I
He
don't think we
didn't
ever
even
named him. He's just the deputy.
he's just some
He
some
never
guy.
he
He
never
didn't
got
survive long
named.
enough. He's just the deputy.
Look, you want her dead, you're gonna have to order me.
And I think I'm now looking at the clock.
Yeah.
And I am going to spend some danger to have that broadcast get a response.
Mm.
And you hear a voice in the command cab, Esther, and the voice says, "Emergency decoupling initiated." And suddenly, Gibson, Cain, and Murphy, you go weightless as the cargo cars begin to drop away from the continuing to accelerate command cab.
Holy shit.
And the passenger compartment is falling back behind them.
And we're not anywhere close to orbit, right?
No.
Right.
All right, let's see if this thing's got emergency brakes.
Esther, and that is when I'll spend another, when Jenkins begins to fit.
Mm.
Hell yeah.
And that, I think, is probably where this pilot episode is going to come to an end, because I
Fantastic.
cannot see any good coming of this.
Not for us.
Yeah, I think, epilogue out on Murphy and Cain desperately trying to activate some kind of emergency brake. What's Gibson's response to this?
I think he would look for parachute, basically, assuming that's the only way out, and
There might be something, yeah.
There might.
and try to get one on Murph and then get the hell out. He doesn't really care about LT or anybody else. He only cares about what's in Murph's med kit anyway.
Okay, I think I want Cain, Gibson, and Murphy to roll each of you flee for your life to use the emergency parachutes to get out. Yeah.
Amazing.
So Gibson, you had the idea, so let's have you go last.
Okay.
So Murph, you get the idea what Gibson is doing. You do it. The LT is working on opening the doors. Let's have you go first, Murph. Do you have fitness or cowardice?
Nope.
Then you are going to roll without expertise. So that's the white dice and the stress dice if you'd like it.
I mean, I'll take the stress die, absolutely.
Okay.
It's a 5 on stress. So
5 on stress. Stress goes up by 1.
stress goes up, but I got a 5.
You're only on 5. You're going to make it. On a 5, you get away unless the GM chooses to spend danger to maintain the pursuit and forces you to flee for your life again. I'll keep that on advisement. LT, flee for your
Yeah.
life. Cowardice or fitness?
Nope.
Then white dice and green dice. Away you go.
Yeah, I'll have that green dice, thanks. I got a 6, but I
A
got it on
6.
stress.
Stress goes up by 1. That's a perfect solution. Mark info. But that's a very stressful jump. Gibson, it was your idea.
Yeah, if I could find a way to screw over LT on the way out to bring my stress down, I would, but I don't know if it quite makes sense. So I might just be on my own.
We just
Um,
yell at each other as we go down.
yeah. Um, uh,
Statistically, that's a great way to reduce your stress.
yeah, if I can do that quickly, I would tell him what a
Well, look,
As
complete.
you're getting suited up.
I think you should roll the dice because LT's already
Yeah.
jumped.
Yeah, that's
But
fine.
that doesn't mean there may not be a way for you to screw up the LT on the way down. So let's have you
Yeah, well,
roll
no,
flee for
no.
your
The
life.
reason I'm saying this is because my stress is at 5, and so
Well, you know,
It's fine. It'll be fine.
it's fine. It's fine. Use the green
so
dice.
I'll use it anyway. Let's do it.
That's cool.
3s. So, oh,
Threes.
and on my highest. Well,
It's on the stress. Stress goes up by 1. It is the worst of all
Oh,
possible worlds.
And
You
you
fail.
Mm.
On a 2 or 3, damn it, a dead end. They catch up with you unless the GM offers you a chance to flee for your life. So you are not you leap out, but the parachute catches
Mhm.
on the exit. Yeah, as Cole and the sergeant sail past you. Um, there is one thing that you have one action you can take before this all goes to shit, Gibson.
Mhm.
Do you want to draw a bead on the LT?
Uh, no. Oh, wait. I want to draw. This is just as we've decoupled, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Can I fire my grenade launcher at the crew compartment? I aim up.
Beautiful. Boom.
Do that thing. White dice, expertise dice, deadly dice,
Okay, I can't
and the
use
stress
stress.
dice if you want it.
No,
what's
I'm
your
well.
stress at?
No, I
Oh,
think my
okay.
stress. I'm at 6. I
Oh,
think.
you're already at
This is
6.
So
one action
yeah.
before you go.
So all right. So I can't roll stress. I don't think because I'm out of
No,
it.
no,
So
fair enough.
I got a 6.
Hell yeah.
Hey.
Just as your parachute tears loose and you plummet to your death, the LT is floating down. Murph is floating down. Who knows what happens to the NPCs? But boom, Esther, just as Jenkins begins to fit, there's a kind of smash as the window, the port,
Oh shit.
and
Some
plops on the ground in front of you, the rifle grenade, and then we cut to outside, and the sides of the command deck blow out.
I like that. I'm picturing that it's from outside. It's completely silent because they're
Yep.
already in orbital
Yeah,
distance. And just
Love it.
yeah. And I think that's our game.
nice.
Nice.
I don't think we need to know whether Cain is taken prisoner or Murphy surrenders himself to the Socialist Republics. But I think that's as good a place to end as any. Yeah.
Great.
If you've got a couple of minutes for stars and wishes, I'm very happy to hang about for a bit, but I appreciate that we are at time. So if you need to go, thank you for playing.
No, I'm good to
I'm
talk.
good for a couple minutes.
Okay, well, let me start then in the order I can see. Does anyone need to go in a hurry?
I gotta just go fairly quickly because I'm making
Okay,
dinner.
so
But
so Josh, over to you first then. Any stars, any wishes?
yeah, like I really enjoyed the balance between the action and everybody being total fuck ups in different ways. That was great. I don't know what I would want for wishes really. I'd love to
What?
hear more about what you're going to do with this game, Alan, but maybe that's an offline thing.
Fine. Uh, Eric, any stars, any wishes? Josh, if you need to go, don't feel you need to stay on for these.
Okay.
But Eric,
Yeah, I mean, I think it's great. I feel like, I'm a huge fan of Against the Dark Conspiracy, so I feel like all the things I love about that and the danger thing is so perfect for this whole vibe. And yeah, and I think Mark, you're the I fully expected you were gonna blow his head off along with the facehugger. I just never would have imagined it was like a true stroke of alien genre genius to make sure he gets impregnated. So I think that was a real shock. And if this was a certain kind of movie, I would have ended with on my comms to Borgia saying uh put it on my tab as far as blowing up. But yes, that was a very fun ending. Especially that it was his idea. It was Gibson's idea to use the parachute,
parachutes. Yeah,
and
yeah.
didn't
There is
work out.
the universe just hates a clever plan, doesn't it?
Yeah, but
Jeremiah,
everyone did great. I thought everyone was awesome.
Jeremiah, any stars, any wishes?
I did really enjoy Eric's sort of reluctant Marine, but looking for a way out. I thought that was a really fun way to play because you usually don't see those kind of Marines. It's usually just very gung ho. So I did really enjoy that.
Good. And finally, Mark, any stars, any wishes?
Yeah, everyone was great. I really enjoyed the way that all the backstories came in. Um, I'm curious about like broader term, like what the OPP, like how that, like if we were playing a longer session, like how that would relate to what we're doing. But yeah, this was great. I really like. I'm a big fan of Cthulhu Dark, Cosmic Dark, and whatnot, and I think this is I was not concerned, but I was curious about how like the extra layer of mechanics would work with a simple system like that, and it turns out great. It works out great. So I really like. I think all the extra mechanical bits actually everything added something and did what it was supposed to do. So that was really enjoyable.
Good to know. And a star to you all for embracing the alien vibe.
You got it.
And with that, I will stop the recording.